What's good? What's good? Welcome to the Pro Wrestling Shoot. I am Jesse, and join with me today, special guest Dre41. If you are a fan of the WWE series, even dating back to the SmackDown versus Raw days, then you shouldn't be a stranger to Dre41. He is also a developer, correct, on the Wrestling Code, or kind of
freelance graphic artist.
There we go.
A little bit of developing in there.
There we go. How's it going, man? Thanks for joining me over here on the show.
No, I appreciate it, man. Look. You already know that I watch. I'll be in the comments, so it's good to be on here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's a long time coming, bro. I'm bummed. I was telling you off the air, and by the way, for everybody that's currently in the comments waiting, we were having a deep discussion about the wrestling games that probably should have been recorded. But hey, this is what happens with content creators.
We would have gotten in trouble.
Yeah, some of the stuff, maybe some of the stuff, man. Listen, man, we're going to talk about a lot of good stuff over here. We're also going to dive into some of the stuff you're doing with the Wrestling Code. But mainly, I mean, we're going to be talking about the 2K series and what you're known for, you know what I mean, with all the creations. And like I was telling you off the air, a little bummed that we couldn't get James on the show today. Shout out to James and shout out to his girl. She's a little ill right now, so he was not able to make the show. But James is a huge fan of Dre41 and probably one of his go-to content creators, I guess, for cause over on the WWE games. So I'm a little bummed that he wasn't able to be here. I did shout out Mr. Conrad, who was in the chat. I don't know what's going on with him, but I was trying to get him on the show. If he's still in here, man, and you want that invite, just let me know. I'm going to hit you up. But, man, we got years put in to the WWE games. Obviously, you one of the GOATs, co-creators over there. You're working with 2K Generations, right?
Yes.
Okay, 2K Generations. Go ahead.
Oh, so basically, last game they hit me up and was saying that they wanted to start a project, and I was like, you know what? I kind of stray away from making old school calls. I mean, they were 20, 30 years ago, and I was like, you know what? I'll do it. I'm gonna jump in and see if I can do it because it's a new challenge for me. Like I always like to challenge myself when it comes to making calls. But yeah, I'm definitely in that group, and they are putting that work in for real.
Yeah, it's a big group this year. I mean, he's Executioner Jared. Shout out to Jared. He put together quite the crew. He even got Status on board. You know what I mean? What's the Status is a part of it too. So shout out to all the guys involved with that project. But man, I mean, most of the content that I would get from you was a lot of the indie darlings, I would say, right? Like you used to make a lot of the indie darlings over on like the older 2K games. And then even as recent years, I guess, you know what I mean? So I can't remember a legend that I've downloaded from you at all. Like what, out of all the legends that you've worked on this year, what's the one that's sticking out to you? Like what is a good project that you're hoping to lock down this year?
Ooh. That would be a surprise. See, it has to be a surprise. I don't want, okay, so boom. I'll say this one. Because a lot of people make them, but they use his in-game singlet, his in-game singlet, and I'm doing something different. So most people are making Glacier and they just use his in-game singlet and that's it. Me, I'm going to make Glacier with his stolen Mortal Kombat outfit
there you go.
Debuted with that nobody else has made. Because number one, it's going to stand out. It kind of almost resembles the blue version of Mortis attire. That's basically what it is. But he has like black hand wraps. He has like a black tights with a blue stripe on it. So that's kind of what I want to do. I don't want to go into too much of other people that I'm going to make, but it's going to be a WCW tag team that was also an ECW. And they favor tables. They favor tables. So
man, I want to talk about Glacier for a second now. How big are you on Glacier? How was that for you when you were watching it as a kid? Because for me, when I seen this immediately, I'm like, Sub-Zero, what the hell is going on? You know?
So here's the crazy thing. I remember watching him debut, right? And it was against a dude. I don't remember the dude's name. He had Goldberg's music.
Did he?
And I just yes, it was like an Asian dude karate fighter who had Goldberg's music. But this was before Goldberg debuted. So
this is like a Randy Orton situation with CM Punk's music.
Yeah. So he beat him, and they had like the dark blue lights, in the arena. I remember that as a kid, like it was yesterday. I was like, oh, it's so cool. Like he's like Sub-Zero. And then he disappeared. And I was like, what happened? And come to find out that, the owners of the Mortal Kombat IP, they sent a cease and desist and they had to change up his character, which I understood because he literally was dressed like Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat 3. Literally. Like you couldn't even, but yeah, I was definitely a fan of him. I felt like after a while they just jobbed him out. But he was a good character. Unrealistic as hell, but definitely a good character.
That's what made it fun though. And when you're younger too, like dating back to like the WCW days, you know what I mean? It just hit different, man. I feel like wrestling hit different back then, so it is a strange thing, man. Looking back on when did you start creating characters? First off, I know that you started in SVR, but like when did you start to pop off? Okay. So like Here Comes the Pain and all that stuff, like the older game, SmackDown.
Before that, all right. So boom, PlayStation 1, WWF Warzone.
Okay.
That's when I started creating wrestlers.
Count me out, brother.
I'm an old man. I might not look it. I'm old. So I was making like Vader in that game because they had all his parts. Doink the Clown. I remember they even had Glacier's mask in WWF Warzone. So I made him in that. So, but the thing was, you couldn't do movesets. You just had to pick a base. So it's like, he did the cryonic kick. The only person who did something like that was Shawn Michaels. So you had to give him Shawn Michaels moveset. So he had his taunt, all the DX stuff, but he did the super kick. And I, thought of it as the cryonic kick. DDP had to have Stone Cold's moveset because he had the Stone Cold Stunner, which was close to the Diamond Cutter.
Close enough.
So that's where I started. I wasn't making that many real people, but I definitely was making people that I thought should have been in the game. WWF Attitude is where I started teeing off. Started making like my friends. I made a couple of real people
too.
Oh yeah, way more. That was my game. People hate it, but WWF Attitude was my game. I can play it right now on the hardest difficulty and make it look like I'm playing it on easy. Wow. I can play 2-on-1s, 3-on-1s, and beat the computer. Not even a problem.
I'm not gonna lie, like WWF Attitude and Warzone, like that controller layout and that scheme and that when I got my hands on those games, I enjoyed creation. Like that's when I actually enjoyed creation because I remember like Attitude was like the first game that I can make an arena and I can like change like the color of the ropes. And I remember for some reason I'd make like lime green ropes. And I just thought it was like the coolest thing. I was like, yo, this is ugly as hell, but it's so different for pro wrestling, right?
Right.
And then the bell rang, and I was like, dude, we ain't never gonna get like a good wrestling game, bro. Like that actually feels like wrestling. It just feels like clunky, and I don't know. See, I don't know. I hated it, bro. Like I hated like until we dropped like the Aki games, right? Like WCW versus the World. And
but that wasn't that good though either. WCW versus the World was not that good.
No, but it felt better is what I meant. Like as far as like the controller layout, like I felt like, all right, this is getting a little closer to a wrestling experience. And then we got Virtual Pro, and then obviously like WCW NWO Revenge, No Mercy, like all that stuff. When those games started popping, I was like, oh yo, like wrestling games have arrived. You know what I mean? Like and then SmackDown came, right? So and then once SmackDown hit, I was like, okay, like we're starting to feel like this is a pro wrestling game instead of a like a Mortal Kombat style game to where you're up down down,
like a fighting game. Yeah, it's a wrestling game as opposed to
hit that stunner. You know what I mean? He's like, nah, just give me the one button, let me hit the stunner. You know what I mean? Like a special or anything like that. And I think that SmackDown and the Aki games did that well to where we were able. We were talking about this off air, actually, like the simplicity of certain things, because we were talking about reversals off the air, and we're going to talk about that here too, man, because me and Dre differ on how we like our reversals. And I didn't know that. Like this boy likes them one button reversals, and we're going to talk about it a little bit, but I feel like the simplicity was there once the Aki games hit and then SmackDown came, you know what I mean? And then it felt like something that was playable and fun. How did you feel about the Attitude and all that stuff? Because you loved it, you said.
Yeah, I mean, like, because that's all okay. So, for instance, like, me and my friends, we were heavy into wrestling games. Like that's what we played 99% of the times, where we used to go over each other's houses. Remember those days?
Right.
And play the games together. So
you didn't need a broken server.
Yeah, exactly. We just get the multi-tap. There we go. We're good money. Kids will never know. So those games right there, we just figured it out. We just had to, because that was all we had if we wanted to play a WWF game.
Yeah.
Of course, we had the N64. We had the WrestleMania 2000, which was around the same time as Attitude coming out. So we had those options. But to me, at that time, I didn't have an appreciation for those Aki games. I didn't. Because they didn't look good to me. And I'm going to be honest, and I know people are going to kill me. I still feel this way to this day.
Yo, you got to watch out, man.
WCW.
E in the chat right now.
No, I got him. I see what he's saying, Dark Elite. I see what he's saying. I'm gonna change his mind in a second. I cannot play WCW NWO Revenge. I don't know why. I just, for whatever reason, I just have the toughest time playing that game. Now, my favorite Aki wrestling game is Virtual Pro Wrestling 2. I have the one from Japan, and I have the Freem edition. I have both of those.
The one from Japan is dope. Dope.
I mean, I beat that game I unlocked everybody. I have it on my channel. I went through every single unlock in that game. I could play that game right now with my eyes closed. Like, I'm that good at it. But for whatever reason, I can't play like Revenge. Like, for some reason, Revenge I can't figure it out with the reversals.
So it's a controller issue then, or layout issue or whatever. I wouldn't say you were saying it. The way that you were saying it made it sound like I just can't play because it's horrible. Like the game is
not horrible, but interference happens too much, and I'm just like, why is everybody interfering in every single match? Like, why can I get a fair one? Like, I'm just trying to throw hands and win.
WCW days, brother. This is dusty finish, baby. Come on.
You're right. Nobody wins.
You gotta get that interference in, brother. It was just, like when it came to like NWO, WCW versus NWO Revenge, I think that was just like the height of WCW back then. You know what I mean? So they had like all the characters that were popping. You know what I mean? Like, they had the Crow Sting, Hogan, the NWO. You know what I mean? Buff Bagwell and Big Papa Pump. They even had Disco Inferno, stuff like that. You know what I mean? So Alex Wright.
Here's the funny thing. People are gonna kill me once again. My favorite WCW wrestling game, WCW Mayhem. I'm just gonna put it out there. I'm sorry.
Oh, yo, podcast.
People hate me. Thank you everybody for hating me. I appreciate y'all.
Yo, Mayhem. That's crazy, dude. Were you a fan of the what was it? Backstage Brawl?
No, hell no.
Okay, brother.
I'm not that crazy.
Yo, worst game I ever played. Worst game.
I looked at it and I was just like, I can't even, like, I would play WCW Thunder before I play Backstage Assault. I'm sorry. Like, not even playing. Like, you couldn't pay me to play that game. It looks horrible.
And listen, I'm not gonna front either. Like, because when Mayhem first came out, that was another game. Yeah. At the time, like, I remember playing that game and actually enjoying it when I was younger. I've tried to play it now, and I'm like, oh, this feels like Backstage Assault. Like, immediately, I'm just like, oh, it's the same controller layout. Everything's trash. Like, I didn't like it. But, like,
it's the hitbox for me. That was the biggest thing. But once you got used to it, I swear I'll play one practice match, and then I got it figured out again. Like, I like it was yesterday. Like, I don't know, for some other reason, Attitude and Mayhem, I could play those games right now. No problem. I don't know. It's just I have an affinity for both of those games because it was just like, to me, at that time, because that was the last WCW game. That was it. So it was like, I got the last WCW game. This is all I got for the most recent WCW roster. WWF Attitude was like the best time in wrestling. So for that, it was just like, that alone made me kept going back to Attitude. I mean, you got the WrestleMania 2000s and No Mercies, but to me, it wasn't the same. Like, the feeling, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's fair, man, because I feel like everybody has their like favorite games. I still get hate for saying that my favorite wrestling game of all time was SmackDown vs. Raw 2011. That was my game. Like, that was my game. Like, I like them weapon physics, dude. Like, every match felt different to me. Yeah, 2011. I know. Everybody says, yo, it's either got to be like, what is it, 06, 07, or Some people occasionally throw in 10, but I remember 10 like being the first game that I hopped online because I was a huge online player from like SmackDown versus Raw 2006 all the way until probably WWE 13. Like those are like those are the games that I was like online heavy with, right? And man, like I remember SmackDown versus Raw 2010 came out and that reversal was so delayed online. Like there was something about the servers and the delay, and it was the first game to introduce one button reversals. And I was like, I hate this. I hate this so much because it's so easy. Like it's so easy, and everything was a reversal fest, bro. We got to talk about it, man. Like because look, listen, man, we got to talk about this. Conrad, I sent that invite over on X, bro. So check your X DM. But yeah, man, the one button reversals, my problem with it is because I was such an online player. It's probably more reminiscent of, hey, there was that skill level that you needed to have to compete with like the best players online as compared to playing offline. Now, if I'm playing offline, I don't mind the setup that we have now because it's just like, all right, yeah, you're just relaxing, you can reverse easier, whatever. Online, like you can spam everything so much to where like, dude, it don't matter if they got breakers. It don't matter if you got the stamina system. It don't matter if you got the stun meter. Like, bro, you get reversed.
I think the biggest thing is that the rating for the reversals should take more. It should be more important. I don't think it is. I think honestly, if your reversals are down to 30 or 100%, there's no difference in the game. And I think if they made more of a difference to that attribute actually meaning something online, then it will make more sense. Like, okay, but most people would pick somebody with the higher overall, better reversal ability. But still, I think that should be implemented more as opposed to the 2-button reversal. 2-button reversals will make, of course, yes, for the people who are online, who are about that life, they can do that all day. But you're trying to get more people to play it. And if it's too difficult, you're going to push people away. You're going to alienate people from a good game.
I'm ready to alienate everybody, brother. Like I'm ready to push them all away. If you can't play the game, I'm sorry, brother. Like that's how I've always felt. But I get it. I understand the business aspect of it. I even understand like 2K throwing the reversals on the face buttons, even though me and you were not a fan of that. Like we'd rather the reversal be on the trigger. So that's sort of where I'm at with it as well. And that's, like I said, man, I've made peace with the 1-button reversal. I even don't mind the breaker system that we have in 2K currently, but I want the timing to actually mean something. So it's like, dude, like introduce some sort of skill into this. Like don't make it to where a 2-year-old could pick up this game and just mash the buttons and get a reversal. You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm asking for, realistically.
I despise the whole reversaling system, how they got it now. Because it's just a situation where it's like you could press X to reversal, you press Y to reversal. Like it's a mess. And honestly, I feel like what they should do, and they probably will never do this, put it back on the trigger. And then another thing, 2 buttons for a finisher. Why? Who and why? I remember somebody, I think it was probably on your podcast. I'm blaming you. You asked them probably, and they was like, "Oh, it's easier now. We made the controls easier." How are the controls easier from 1 button to do finishers to 2? How is that easier?
I don't understand that.
How?
I really don't.
Like, somebody explain this to me. I'm confused here. Maybe I'm bugged out. Like the control system for the 2K games since they changed it from 19, I don't even understand it. I don't. I'm sorry, but yeah, 1-button reversals are the go-to. Put it back on the trigger, please.
Conrad popped in the chat, but before we introduce him, man, Dap Harris with the $5 says, "Hey, back off Backstage Brawl. Don't insult James' favorite game." Yo, James sent me this game as a terrible Christmas gift, and it's sitting behind me, and it will continue to sit there. It will never get played again. We did one stream for it. One stream. Like I plugged up the Nintendo 64. It was the worst stream I ever did. I was cussing out the camera. I was done. I was done with this game. I was done with James's joke.
That is horrible.
About to find a new co-host. All that went down that day. So
that's horrible.
It is what it
is.
That
game is bad. It just looks bad. So put it backstage, everything backstage. Come on, that's crazy. You wanted to lose. Come on.
Yeah, so bad. Conrad from Everything Pro Wrestling has joined the chat. Thank you so much, dude. Hey, I know you were probably busy, but James, he had to dip out last minute, so I was like, "Yo, Conrad would be perfect for this podcast." So we got to get him on, man. How you doing, brother?
I'm good, bro. Yo, I finished just recording another podcast, and not only that, as soon as I got done, I went to eat dinner, and then I started working on another project that someone asked me to help them on, and I'm like, "Yo, killing me." And then I heard the Aki slander in here, so I had to come in here. I see you, James, in the chat too, calling me Aki, man. All right, now take it easy. Take it easy.
Yo, Conrad being a workhorse over here, that's crazy, dude. Like, how much? What do you got going on, man? Is it for your channel or for other people's?
I'm helping someone else who is doing something that I can't mention on here. I'll tell you after. But yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
I may have to recruit you for some of this.
Oh, all right. Well,
I'll tell you both. I'll tell you both as soon as the red light's off.
You showed up. You showed up today, so I mean, I guess I owe you one for sure. Hey, man. So off air, man. I just want to bring this up before we start talking about some wrestling code and start talking about the state of WWE 2K26. And Conrad now popping in the podcast is probably perfect for this because we've had many discussions about this, and he doesn't even know I'm about to hit him with this, but. Off air, we started talking about a certain podcast that we ran, and there was only two people that ran the podcast for AEW Fight Forever, Brian Williams, and both of us had to end up removing that podcast. Conrad's already getting excited. He already knows.
It's over. For anyone who talks that mess about AEW, it's over because the proof is in the pudding, and they're both right here. It's over.
So we wanted to talk about this. Oh, I wanted to talk about this a little bit. And this is no, like, I'm not going to get Brian in trouble. None of that kind of stuff. That's not happening today.
That's our guy. We don't want to do that.
Yeah. So there were some things said on the podcast, and we were the only two people to cover it. And at the time, I wasn't even on YouTube. I was on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Like that was where I was at. Like, I wasn't on video. We didn't do none of that. Dre was the only one to cover that over here on YouTube, and he had a fantastic interview. I remember watching it. I remember watching it again later. Nobody else can watch that, but I remember watching that again later.
Fantastic.
Allegedly. Yeah. Yeah, some things were said about AEW Fight Forever, and they never basically came to fruition, right? With the game, there was a lot of things that never happened that were supposed to happen. And there's been a lot of discussion about the Ukes relationship and AEW's relationship and who done it, right? who messed this up? Who messed this up? And, Brian ended up leaving Ukes and going back to 2K. And there was a lot of speculation that, that AEW games ruined this whole situation when really, I mean, the proof is in their top developer leaving Ukes and joining back with 2K. What did you take out of this whole situation with AEW Fight Forever, and what were you hoping to get out of this game when we first heard the announcements for it?
So the truth of the matter is, I always consider Ukes the Michael Jordan of wrestling games. Whatever they were coming out with, I was like, you know what? They can't do no wrong because they've been doing this for 30 plus years. How can you even put out a stinker when you've been doing this 30 plus years? You know what I'm saying? And it was like, everybody was saying, oh, they're going to have to do a new engine. They can't. I'm like, dog, they've been making wrestling games before they had the WWE series, right? Like, they have an engine that's theirs. Like, they can do it. I was disappointed, man. Like, but I really felt positive about it. I was like, all right, new company, an established developer, and they kind of have their cuffs off. Like, they're not under the thumb of WWE anymore. They can do more. They can do whatever they want, more or less. The game is gonna be all the years of them, the work they put in, and they could put it into this game now. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, the creator wrestler is gonna be good. Oh, I'm gonna create so many different wrestlers. I'm gonna do my thing. And then they came out, and I was just like, wow, like, the controls aren't great. I don't know who. Kenny Omega, I blame him with the controls. I don't know who gave the okay for those. That they were horrible. But they have, I mean, clearly they have
the Aki control.
They kind of copied, but they didn't do it right.
Right.
They didn't do it right. And it was just like, there's certain features, like gameplay wise that I love about it. Like when you could run and then you could change direction while you're running, and spin your opponent around. Like that right there is cool. But it was just how they implemented it with the controls, just I didn't like. And then it was like, oh, well, you can change the controls, kinda, but it messes up everything else. And it's just like, I was very happy for the game when it first was announced. But then, like I said, when it started taking longer and longer to come out, and I was like, oh, they cooking, let them do their thing. And it was just like, something might be wrong. And then you started hearing about things are going over budget, and it was just like, just come out, let's see what y'all got, but
right.
Hopefully they come out with a part 2. Hopefully AEW owns the engine. Hopefully, I hope they figure it out. We need another wrestling game. We can't just have one. We can't.
Conrad, your thoughts on that? Because you were a spectator looking in, and you're a huge fan of AEW games. So,
well, yeah, and I was possibly going to be the third interview that never got to do the interview. So I have studied both of your reactions to it, dude. When I listen, so Dre's interview is longer, and I can always go back and find it. And he knows I'll send it to people. I'll just be like, yo, listen to this, dog. Tell me that this is AEW Games' fault. There's no way you have those plans and have all that set up, and you're talking all this greasiness, because I know that's what you sold them on. You were like, yo, we could do this, we could do that, make it happen. Shout out to Trent Beretta. You know why? Because that's what made it go down.
They had Brian on the team too. You know what I mean? So you knew what he was cooking up for gameplay in all the other previous games.
No one would ever let you release a car mode with flags as the shorts, and that's it. Like, dude, there's no way that someone was like, good job, guys, ready to go, ready to release this thing. And it was just hot garbage. Now, I think the game has a ton of potential, and people who keep saying, like, let's not put this game out, they don't deserve another game, then 2K20 there should never be another wrestling game again then, if we stop supporting companies after one bad wrestling game. But we don't do that here, though, right? Like, it's hot garbage, bro. Some of the stuff people say, I need another game. I don't care if it's Fire Pro. I don't care if it's AEW games. I need more people producing more games. They need to be challenged on this. People need to come up with different ideas. AEW's back is against the wall because all the things that made them cool, they've been swagger jacked. And I already know 10 years from now, AEW didn't do that first. It was WWE. Remember WWE 2K25? Remember WWE 2K26? I'm going to have to be like, oh, here comes old man me again. No, you're lying, and here's why.
Hey, thankfully you can reference them to my channel who will check that and keep receipts because I've called that out every single time it's happened. But, man, we got another wrestling game in development, and it's been in development for a little bit. And the man, that's a part of that project is sitting with us right now. Dre, what do we got going on with the wrestling code, man? As Conrad has said, we need more wrestling games, brother. And I know that you're pressing them on it. I know that you're doing your thing. You know what I mean? Because you're a fan just like us at the end of the day, man. You've played these games since the beginning, We're all old here. It's okay. We can show our age over here. We've been playing wrestling games for many, many, many years. What's going on with the wrestling code, brother?
All right. So it was stated that it is a passion project, which is 100% true. Is it a small team? Yes, it is a small team. As far as character designer goes, it's probably less than 5 people doing it. I'm one of them. But it's like they use me for like the harder stuff. So it's like tattoos, attires. Like they know I do the deep dives. I do the digging to make sure, okay, how are we going to get this attire? Let's make sure we get the logos right. Let's make sure we get the tattoos right. So it's like sometimes I have to go and get reference photos of wrestlers. So I'll have to go to wrestling shows. And I like for Vincent, who's in the game, he's currently in TNA. I went to a show to get his tattoos. Like me and him are cool. Like even outside of like wrestling, like I became like, I got cool with him creating him in the WWE game. So it was kind of crazy that it's like, now I get to help make you in an actual wrestling game. But basically what's going on is it is a passion project. It's not their main project that they're working on. So basically they're using other projects to fund the wrestling code. Now, I know what people are going to say. They're going to say, well, couldn't you just do crowdfunding, GoFundMe or, input name here? yes. And this is something that I've said to them. This is something I said to them in 2021. I said, hey, first mocap we did, I said, hey, listen, I'm excited about this. It's already out. The community already knows. I think what should happen is crowdfund. And the lead developer, I don't know if I can say his name. I'm being pretty sure people know who it is, but whatever. I won't say his name. Just
drop the name. Drop the name. I'm just kidding. You can't say.
Don't bring out Spicy Dre. I'm trying to. All right, but he was like, if we do that, then it's gonna be a situation where they're going to expect it, and then they're gonna have a sense of what's the word I'm looking for? They're just gonna expect it, and they're gonna want to rush it. And he didn't want to do that. He wants this game to be as good as it possibly can. And I get that, but we need something. You know what I'm saying? And I'll go into it a little bit deeper. So I went up to one of their offices and we spoke in person about it. And it was a whole situation where it was like, okay, eventually there needs to be a demo of this game. And in this demo, we need to make sure that yes, it's playable, but we also want to make sure that people come back to it. And, because they got mocap already done, but it's a lot of cleaning up the mocap, making sure the mocap works, making sure there's no bugs with it. It's a lot of stuff because it's such a small team. They can only do but so much work, and then they got to do something else to pay to get it going again, and it's just a back and forth thing, which once again comes into play where I say crowdfund. Because now you get all this income coming in where you could just focus on this. You don't got to jump from game to game. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then it's like, even with the team, they sometimes hire, what's the word I'm looking for? You got me all fumbling right now. Freelance mocap artists. Sometimes they would do that. So it's like, okay, well, we got to get these people. Maybe they're busy doing another game. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's a little bit of a jumble sometimes, you know what I'm saying, where it's like, okay, we're ready, but we got to wait, or this is going, we got to wait. And then it's like, okay, well, for me on my end, I would say the only thing that holds me up is if I can't get reference photos. So for instance, if they sign somebody, I can't get reference photos. It's kind of like, okay, what do I do? Like I'm stuck basically, unless I go to a show that they're on and I say, hey, listen, this is going to be weird. I work with the wrestling code. Can I get some reference photos of you? Like, for instance, like Dan Math or Math. I don't want to say if I say his name wrong. I was chasing him around for months, trying to get reference photos of his tattoos, his gear, so I could have him, so I can do all his stuff for the game. I was chasing him around. This when he was Northeast wrestling champion. So I went to one show and I finally caught up with him. I was like, listen, man, I'm gonna need to take pictures of you, yo. I know it sounds weird, pause, but I need to take pictures of you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta take pictures of your gear, front, back, side, tattoos, all this, So it is definitely a process, and it is taking long because they're not just working on the one game. Like, I even did some play testing on a different game that they were developing. So yes, it's taking a minute because they're not just working on the wrestling code. They're using other projects to fund the wrestling code so that it's not a situation where they're kind of stuck to their gun where people are saying, oh, we sent you money, work on it. You know what I'm saying? It's all about making sure it's the best game it can be.
I can understand that, but at the same time, like we have, Ultra Pro that is also doing crowdfunding currently, you know what I mean? And we've been waiting for that game just as long, brother. So don't feel so bad. You know what I mean? Like we've been waiting for that. And I understand it when it's a small team. Like, and I've said this on the podcast openly, like, I don't care how long it takes for, well, I mean, obviously we want the game as soon as we can get it because we want some competition for, WWE games. Right. And that's no shade at like WWE games either, man. I'm grateful for everything they've done. But when it comes down to it, we need more wrestling games out there, dude. Like we grew up and there was like 5 different wrestling games that you can go purchase on the market that all came out the same year. You know what I mean? Yep. Different consoles, all that stuff. But crowdfunding wouldn't be a bad idea. And honestly, man, we would even run a charity like over here. You know what I mean? Like on the Pro Wrestling Show, we would run a charity stream just to donate. Like if that's what it takes, you know what I mean? When it comes down to it. But as far as mocap goes, how much have you mocap for the game? Can you talk about that?
Oh yeah. So I mean, they posted a lot of stuff. Here's the thing though. I think it's a double-edged sword. But if you look at it from another aspect, it's like it would take even longer. So one, they kind of travel around, and they posted this on Twitter, so it's not like I'm telling any secrets. They travel around and get motion capture from specific wrestlers who are in the game because they wanted it to be where, like, let's say for instance, if you're using Kurt Angle, the moveset that you see, the movements, that's Kurt Angle. So you're playing with 100% Kurt Angle, and that kind of stems from Shut Your Mouth, Here Comes the Pain, where character-specific moves. Like, for instance, they used to have a Triple H Spinebuster. Imagine that. You know what I'm saying? Or a Goldust Snapmare where he does the little taunt afterwards. Mm-hmm. Character-specific moves, which initially sounded cool as hell because it was like, oh, okay, y'all doing something different. But then you got to think the logistics. You got to go here. You got to go there. You got to, you know what I'm saying? You're traveling around the United States trying to get these motion captures done. And then it's like some of the wrestlers in the game kind of too old to be doing their own motion capture. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
For instance, Scott Steiner, DDP, Kurt Angle. You know what I'm saying? Some of them have been wrestling and their bodies are broken down. They're not in the best of shape. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they can only do but so much. My thought process going into it was, you know what? You signed a bunch of indie talent. Just use them. You'll get it done quicker. But I get it. You want to have a feature in the game that you can say other wrestling games don't have. But I think in the grand scheme of everything, I think fans would just be happy that motion capture was done. You can do multiple people trying to do their moveset and then say Angle Slam 1, 2, 3, 4, and people could decide which one they want to add to the wrestler and say, okay, this one looks the most appropriate to it in my eyes, and cool, whatever. But it's a double-edged sword. And then, like, let's say you want to go animation-wise, now that's going to take even longer because now you're doing it from scratch, every single animation. You know what I'm saying? It's a double-edged sword. But I mean, I would say it's good to do the motion capture, but it's a long process. And then, like I said, they'll go to Jersey, they'll go to Atlanta, they'll go to California, so on and so forth to get this motion capture done. But it's like it takes a long time. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like if you're not using the indie talent, you're literally now just waiting on the people that you signed to do it. For example, Ultimo Dragon, they had to go to California to do it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you have to wait for that wrestler to be in the United States to get it done, which slows the process down.
I get it, man. Conrad, you got anything for him? For this wrestling code?
I have a lot of questions. I don't even know where to start. I know Dre said he was hooking up RVD, so that's all that I can ask for. He had some good attires. I know he had mentioned it on one of his streams.
They're killing me with RVD, man.
They have like 32 attires.
Yo, I'm not even when I tell you that the developers were like, listen, we want you to do almost all his attires. I was like, sir, I am one man. Okay. I will do my best, but some attires I don't like. That's the whole thing. Like, I do not like some of his attires are so basic. Like, people, for some weird reason, people love his invasion attire that he faced Jeff Hardy in, the Tiger Stripe one, the one of a kind. I don't personally get it. I don't like that one, but I
don't like that one either. I don't like that 97 attire that they got as a Persona card in WWE 2K either. That brick.
Is that the white one?
Yeah, the bricks.
Yeah, I don't remember that one too much.
That one is so buns.
It's like out of all the choices, you pick that one. I'm like, okay.
No, like the library of attires he have. Like, and once again, we'll get. Well, I mean, I don't know if we're gonna get into me hitting up 2K about certain things, but
we will. We'll definitely talk about.
So, but yeah, they wanted me. I mean, here's another thing that I will say about the wrestling code, that this is an opportunity that I would have never gotten with 2K. Is having the freedom to choose what attires to put on certain wrestlers. Like, that's an amount of freedom that I don't think even the developers at 2K have, where they can choose what attires go into what characters. Like, there was a point where for Kurt Angle, I can choose what attires he can use. Up until we found out that WWE owns the rights to some of his attires. So it was like yes.
Here comes that main event mafia, Kurt.
But yeah, it was like we had to figure out like, okay, well, let's make something close, but you can tell the inspiration, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, we wanted to make Kurt Angle with hair, you know what I'm saying? Like 2 different versions, bald Kurt, so it's a balancing act, you know what I'm saying? And then it's like with him, or let's say with like ECW guys, like for like New Jack. Well, we can't put Tupac on his shirt, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, what do we do? You know what I'm saying? It's finding those creative things where it's like, what it's from, but we ain't gonna get in trouble using it. You know what I'm saying?
In terms of the attires, you said that they wanted you to do all the attires for Rob Van Dam. How are the attires going to work for you guys on, if we can dive into that? Like, is this going to be a game where you can kind of like the Aki, where you can just kind of go through and see as many attires as you want for the guy or whoever's in the game, or how's that going to work?
As far as I think it's, I might be going into uncharted territory with this one.
If you can't talk about it, then don't worry about it. But
no, I want to give you an answer. I want to give you something. I don't want to just sit there.
I'm curious because you were like, "Hey, they want me to do."
I'll speak on behalf of Jesse as his manager, and we will take an exclusive. So, fire
okay. So I believe without God, because the talks I've had, like, man. Okay, so I believe it would be a situation where you would have certain attires from the jump. And I think you would have to play with them to unlock other ones. I think.
Okay.
I can't 100% remember, but it would have been like from the jump, you would have had a good selection. Because I'm giving you that work. I'm making sure you get the nicest attires.
Well, give me this, man. Are we going to get like 20 versions of Rob Van Dam, or is this going to be just like, hey, one character I can
toggle? No, it's not going to be a 2K thing.
Okay.
I will tell you that. It will not be a 2K thing. It will not be old man. It will not be an old man version. I feel like this is not there's multiple versions, young and old, of RVD. So there's an ECW version, and there's a after ECW version of Rob Van Dam.
All under the same character slot?
Different.
Oh, different. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but I mean, like I said, they look different. Like you can tell this is a younger version. This is the older version. Same thing with DDP. It's the haircut and the mullet version. You know what I'm saying? So it's multiple versions.
Okay.
That hair is hard to do too for DDP and Kenny Omega. That
DDP was Lord have mercy. How many times we had to go back and forth with DDP to get his character done? Lord have mercy.
I got a question.
I
got a question for creator wrestler mode, Dre. Have they consulted you on what makes a good creative wrestler mode? Because I think a lot of people miss out on the creators. I think, and this goes for all wrestling video game companies, they should consult the people who are going to make the wrestlers for these games. Like, how do you guys want them uploaded? Do you work better off of a computer rather than putting them on in the game? Do you want it so that we can allow you to upload from a computer rather than you have to sign on to a game and work on this? Have you been consulted on any of that, or are they asking you like, hey, what do you like and how should we do community creation so that we're different but we're on point?
So yes, the short answer is yes on that one, and it would be a situation where it's just like 2K, you upload on the website. Be the same way. You upload the logos on the website, download them onto the game, boom, and that's where you go. Another aspect of Creator Wrestler is making sure that there's no logo limit. I definitely spoke to them about that. That there shouldn't be a logo limit. That there will be updates to the call mode to where, let's say, okay, we're adding this person, they have this part, we're adding it to call mode. It's not going to be like you have to wait like a yearly release to get these new parts. It's going to be adding on to it and making sure that you can create whoever you want it. And I mean, I explained this with whatever I'm saying right now, I said to them face to face. This isn't like something that we just went over on a phone call. Like, this was something I said face to face. Listen, we got to have, I don't expect it to be the absolute best out the gate, but we got to keep building on it to where people keep coming back, because the lead dev knows that the community, the call creators, keep games alive. Like, they know this. So it's like adding new people, updating it to where call creators can do their thing, where we can do arenas, we can do championships, so on and so forth, to where it's just like, this is like a kind of be all end all wrestling game where it's just we keep building onto it. You know what I'm saying? So
like the Fight Forever.
Yeah, a better version. A better version.
I need the New Japan turnbuckle pads too. Don't let them slide on that, because I look every game and I'm like, they better be in. I don't want to see no cinder blocks in the corner. I know that's the way to get around it, but I need
here's the thing.
Shout out to Marty.
I feel like I can say this. They went into full detail about different parts of a ring. I will say that.
Okay. All right, I'm happy.
Are we talking like 6 sides?
I don't want to say 6 sides, but I mean, as far as, let's say you want to go somewhere outside of America, you can definitely make it look as such.
Welcome to the Aki Dome.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I showed this in one of my YouTube videos where they made a certain New York arena. That's what they're going for. Like that, they want to make it to where if you're matter of fact, the Chris Danger video, that's New York arena.
Bro, I completely forgot that Chris Danger was in this game. Shout out to him too, by the way. How many more roster members do you plan on adding? Is it like, from what you've announced, is that the cap? Is that where we're at right now, or do you guys plan on signing more talent as the game is in development a little bit more?
They need to just stop signing people, honestly. Okay. It's already a lot. Like, we're in 3 digits, and it's I think Smack Talks has a certain amount. That's not all of them.
Okay,
they're touching almost 3. So yeah, it's a lot of people they didn't announce that are in the game. It's a lot of ECW guys. It's a lot of WCW guys. It's a solid roster of old school wrestlers. But once again, it also has the independent wrestlers, and they also have AEW people. And if they're able to, the personas that they had before they got signed in WWE, they have WWE guys. That was another whole thing. While it was just like, yo, you got to strike when the iron's hot. You got all these people who are getting called up. You got to get this game out, so at least you can have them in the game, you know?
Yeah. Man. Listen, man, I'm excited for another wrestling game. I understand, like, you know, like you said, there's only a few people working on this game, man, and this is the passion project. It's not the main project, unfortunately. Yeah. But honestly, I don't think that you could go wrong with the fan funding when it comes down to it.
Yeah,
I understand their concerns, because definitely fans are going to be fans at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Hey, let's rush this game out. Like, it's exactly what happened to AEW Fight Forever. They rushed it out.
We bought your house.
Yeah. They basically that's what's going to happen. But at the end of the day, there should be some sort of way to contribute. Doesn't necessarily have to be like, hey, here's this GoFundMe. You know what I mean? But hey, we're taking donations. You know what I mean? Like, here's, you know, this link or whatever the case is, you know what I mean? Because at this point, I feel like a lot of people would donate just to get the best wrestling game possible and as fast as they can get it. You know what I mean? Like, hey, if it's going to take money for you guys to work on this game, let's round up the community together. Like, everybody wants a wrestling game. You know what I mean? Give them the best of all worlds. I mean, we have, for the most part, it's the CAW creators that are pretty much asking for a new development team for the WWE games of things. You know what I mean? It's the CAW creators asking for that. I'm not saying I'm wanting that, because I don't. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if we get a new development team now, we're not going to see a wrestling game for years. That's where I'm at right now. You know what I mean? Like, all right, well, if we got a new development team for WWE 27. Right? Like, say EA buys the rights after 2K26 or whatever the case is. Not going to happen, but let's just say that's the case. We won't see that EA game for years. You know what I mean? It's going to take years of developing assets and everything else.
And then who knows if it's even going to be good?
And you don't know. Yeah. And we're back to square one.
Welcome to Backstage Assault. Roman Reigns is here.
Welcome to the EA UFC series.
Yeah.
Remember that Undisputed is, to me, is still better than any of the EA UFC games.
Funny enough, when you said that to me, Jesse, I just was scrolling on Twitter right before, and I saw like the Ken Shamrock model for today. It was like 93, and I was like, I was like, it looks good. It can look like one thing and play like another though too. That's UFC's been letting me down for the last few years.
People what made. We're going to touch on UFC just for a brief moment because I want to clarify this. You know what I mean? Like a shout out to like Jess Bryan and Kenny Baum. They're actually covering the UFC games now because WWE games doesn't really have too much to cover nowadays unless you're going to cover a patch or, you know what I mean, break out and do something original for the WWE games. But, you know, you're seeing like people that play the UFC games and have since EA's taken over, they care more about the striking, you know what I mean? But UFC, like, and this is coming from somebody who trained jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, and judo for 7 years of my life, brother. Like, grappling is everything for UFC. If I wanted a straight striking game, I would go buy a boxing game, bro. I play under what's the new one? Undisputed?
Undisputed, yeah.
I would play Undisputed, bro. Like, if you're just worried about the striking, like, I need the grappling is what's held the EA games down for so long. Like, you could make a striker, like, bro, if you're making a striking game and you fail at the striking game, like, I don't know what to tell you. You know what I mean? Like,
they don't even have as good as and maybe I'm wrong because I do have UFC 5, but honestly, they don't even have as many good strikes that they have in Undisputed.
No,
they don't even have a German suplex. I remember in Undisputed. You go behind, you get the
ragdoll anymore. Like from what I haven't played UFC since I think UFC 4. I played a little bit of UFC.
You're not missing much.
Yeah, well, I know. Listen, man, I skip every other game. Like, I probably will try 6 that's coming out. You know what I mean? I will try that because I'm always down to. You know, I want the UFC games to be good, right? Like, I'm a fan of UFC. I'm a fan of MMA. So I would love for the UFC, and my nephew's in the game. You know what I mean? Like, my nephew's a UFC fighter. So, like,
oh, damn. Okay.
Of course, I love MMA and UFC. You know what I mean? So I support it. I just want the game to be good. You know what I mean? So that's what it comes down to. But for me, I've always thought like the ground game sucked since Undisputed 2, like, which was the last THQ game, like Undisputed 2. And yeah, dude, the grappling sucks. It just doesn't feel. I don't know, man. I feel like it's so stiff now. Like, when you watch it, kind of feels like Rock'em Sock'em Robots. Like, when I'm watching the gameplay take place, I mean, some of it is very fluent, but there are times where you can catch the stiffness, and for me, that like takes me out of the immersion of the UFC experience. You know what I mean? So I'm hoping that 6. Have they released any gameplay for 6 at all?
Not yet.
No.
Okay, so. I know that they're teasing like some sort of new striking dynamic that they have in the game, but they tease this kind of stuff every year or every time they release a game. I don't know. We'll see what had happened, but for me, I don't know. The UFC games for EA just haven't been it. You know what I mean? The graphics are there. It's not the best thing.
I mean, it could look good all day, but it's like if it doesn't play well, you're just simulating fights at that point.
Yeah. And well, that's what I've always said about like even the 2K games. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, graphics are great. I heard people like clamoring for the graphic update for 2K26. You know what I mean? And for me, it's just like, I don't really care like how much of an upgrade we got for graphics. Like, bro, I need this gameplay to come correct. You know what I mean? Like, I need this to feel like a wrestling game. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of where I'm at with UFC. Like, I need this to feel like a MMA game. You know what I mean? Like an authentic MMA. They when's the last time that they had like what was it? Pride in the games? Was that only in
Undisputed 3?
Okay, Undisputed 3. Yeah. Oh, that was the game that I was talking about too. Like I forgot about Undisputed 3. Okay, so the THQ days, they were the last ones to have like the cool stuff in MMA, bro. You know what I mean? So I'm curious.
Just one more thing about the UFC. They have a UFC game. I have all of them actually. I have the whole collection. They actually have UFC games where you can create luchadors. Like, come on, like this is stuff that like goofiness that we just need in these type of games. You know what I'm saying? Like, why not? You know, like you can power bomb people in the old UFC games. You can't do that no more.
I'm gonna put Dre over too real quick. Like I watch some of Dre's videos for some of like the other games that I'll get, like some super old school stuff that I'm like, oh, I finally got this. Now I can see it. Dre's already had it. He's like, no, I have an authentic like PlayStation 2. I'm playing, this is a disc, dog. Like watch.
Yeah.
It goes in.
Yeah.
And then it's like, yeah, this ain't no emulator. And I'm like, yeah, man, you could watch some of those gameplays, man. Even the old, like there are old UFC games from like PlayStation 1 that people don't even know about. And I'm like, dog,
Oh, for real.
there's some
Throw
good
down,
MMA
tap
games
out.
if you watch them.
Yeah. Yeah. And agree with E over in the comment section too. Fun over sim. But at the same time, I feel like it's got to have the right amount of simulation, right? Like, because I've always been clamoring for like a full on WWE experience. You know what I mean? Like, and I feel like, well, maybe not just WWE, but a wrestling experience, right? Like, and I think that's where universe mode comes in the most, where I'm just like, dude, come on. Like this is right in front of us. Dude. Like this mode could be incredible. And I talk to Cristo about it all the time too. So he knows. I think it's a timing thing. You know what I mean? For the most part, like they just don't have enough time to make this what it needs to be. And not only that, I don't think they can get a hold of the code like without breaking stuff all over the place.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem, that they just took the game over. And honestly, THQ had it Yuke's had it for so long. It's like, what can you do? You know, you can only do but so much digging each year to try to change it the way you want.
Well, Cristo
I don't think it's
possible too.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah, so he was the universe developer then on the very first universe mode.
Okay.
Yeah, he's been there since day one.
So I don't know how much they can really change it from year to year. I'm happy they brought promos in, and they made it to where if you simulate it, it goes through by itself. That's cool features, I guess, but I don't know if they can.
You love that, like the rush the match.
That's a good feature too.
Not
gonna lie, that's a good, because I got a Monday Night Wars universe that I'm actually starting up. So yeah, that helps a lot.
Awesome. Yeah, that's where I'm at with it, dude. Is like there's great features, like the calendar they got a hold of. I feel like what they did for 2K26 was set up for the future, and I think I was told that too by not only Cornell but Cristo and some other developers too. Like when it comes to the universe mode, like what they did was they set the standard for what now they can add on to, right? Like, and we were talking about things like intros, like that's something that fans have wanted back. So simple, when you think about it, but but when Cristo, and I don't know, and I'm not saying that he didn't think of this, but when we were talking about it, he's like, yeah, well, intros aren't really the same anymore as what they used to. Like they don't start off the show with pyro and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, but you could do a show intro with like your main event showing up to the building in street clothes, like pulling a bag, title over his shoulder. You know what I mean? Having Michael Cole say, hey, the main event tonight, or you're going to hear from Roman Reigns tonight live on Monday Night Raw, or you're going to, you know what I mean? Like, you're going to see these two in a main event Extreme Rules match. Like those little details matter to me. You know what I mean?
Presentation.
You don't have to have the same old intro that we had in like 2K19 to where, the show just starts and pyro kicks up or whatever the case is. You know what I mean? You can
but you still want that too, though.
Still, yes.
Like,
absolutely.
Yeah. There's old school fans.
Yeah. Why not, man? And I guess, do you have any more questions about the wrestling code before we dive into the state of 2K26?
Nah, I'm sure people will badger Dre enough with those, and we'll hear about it more once we get closer to it.
Well, okay, so just so people have an understanding, and I said this before we started recording, the wrestling code is a real game. I have the game on my PC. It's an actual game. The characters are actually real. There are a ton of characters that have already been done. There's been mocap that has been done, but like I said, it's an on and off thing with them doing other projects to pay for it. Another thing that I can say about it is I did go meet with the lead dev to speak about how the demo or potential early access of the game could potentially go. And I thought of this, to make it simple, to do more of a Mortal Kombat kind of climb the ladder, like, and then you unlock somebody. So it's like, for instance,
like a Towers mode.
Tower, yeah, but it's just like, worst case scenario, if we don't have a bunch of game modes at the beginning, at least you have this So you could play that, beat the person, and then you got to face. I mean, they already showed it, King Kong Bundy. So it's like with King Kong Bundy, you got to try to beat. He'll be like one of the bosses, but you got to beat him for a 5 count. So it's almost like defeat the streak, but it was with King Kong Bundy. You got to get a 5 count against him to unlock him. You know what I'm saying? Like certain aspects. So like a hardcore wrestler, you got to face him in a hardcore match, and then you beat him. It's like you face 5 people, face a boss, you unlock him. You know what I'm saying? Just for a demo. I don't know if the full game would be that still, but it's like as far as the demo early access go, that would be like something that will be implemented there to where it's like, okay, we got a handful, and then we got a couple sprinkled after, so you can, you know, go back and play and things like that. So that's an exclusive. I ain't never told nobody else that. So
there we go. So that
10%.
The 10%, yeah. So that's what you guys are trying to incorporate just for demo, or that's what's in talks anyway.
The demo. That was something I was speaking to them about. I want to say last year. No, the year before last. That's what I was speaking to them about, like trying to implement that so people will have something to play. You know what I'm saying? Right. You just don't want to have them just regular one-on-one matches and that's it. You want to give them something, you know, even if it is early access.
I also think a demo is a great idea, and I'm gonna tell you why, because people have been clamoring about that for these 2K games for years, that there's no way to play test the game as consumers. And the people that get invited to Creator Fest, dude, we get eaten alive because of this. But let me tell you how this works, bro. And I know you guys have not been to Creator Fest, but
2K don't like me.
So we're going to dive into that too. So we go into Creator Fest and we get like 6 hours, right? And that is if our bus is not late, right? Both times that I have been to Creator Fest, our bus was late. First time getting into like, what was it? Where did we go? The Performance Center, right? So we went to the Performance Center and we couldn't find the entrance, dude. So we were like 30 to 45 minutes late, and it was eating into our gaming time, right? During this, during the Creator Fest, usually they will stop you from playing to announce, you know, like, hey, we got a tournament going on. Hey, here's some bounties for all you guys to unlock stuff. That's how I got like a bunch of VC this year. People, you were like, oh, you already dumped money into VC. No, actually, I just played the game while I was at Creator Fest. I did their bounties, you know what I mean? And then that's basically like objectives, you know what I mean? Play the first chapter of the island and unlock a reward. Do a dumpster match and do all the new match types, and you know what I mean, like just certain objectives, and me and James actually got to do that together. So thankfully I had a second person there to get all these different bounties, and we ended up getting like rewards, which were copies of WWE 2K that we can give to our community and VC. And that's just me being transparent with everybody. But during this, you know, you also got to eat. We went to the headquarters this year. When we were at the headquarters, we had time that we had to take away that was like 45 minutes of our gaming time, and that was to go tour the headquarters, right? When I'm there, I'm not gonna like not tour the headquarters. Like, when am I ever gonna go back to the headquarters, you know? So it's like, yeah, I'm gonna go check it out. Like, I want to see what it's like, you know? So, and then there's other things like I said, like tournaments and wrestlers making an appearance, you know what I mean? Chances to shake hands, take pictures with the wrestlers, all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of things happening at these Creator Fests. So we have 5 hours to 6 hours there, right? Like, and if you are not playing during that time, so realistically, me and James probably each got about 4 hours of gameplay while we're there. Now, take this gameplay. The reason why I'm saying this is take this gameplay and what we have discovered, Just Brian, Assemble, all the other people that were there, like we would run into glitches or bugs or whatever, and the devs were sitting right behind us as we're playing, right? Like they're constantly like monitoring us playing because they want to see what we run into. And what we did find, it was reported immediately, right? But it's not going to be the same amount of bugs that you find when you release a game to thousands upon thousands of people, and then now everybody's doing different things on this game. You're going to discover a lot more, right? So, you know, us like 20 creators that were there, they're like, yo, why didn't you find this and this and this? Like, dude, not everybody played all that, you know what I mean? Like, so, and that's realistically what it is. So when it comes to a demo, that's something that the fans have been wanting. Like, let these fans test your game before this game comes out, you know what I mean? Give them a closed beta.
Well, there's an issue with that too, though.
Okay.
And I've been around. So listen, back in the day, you could go to Pizza Hut, order a large pizza, and here's a demo disc for you, or you could get a bunch of different things. Or SVR09, like you pre-ordered the game, here's your demo disc, play a tag match. They don't want people doing that because if you do find those issues, oh man, this is bad, I ain't playing this, and then you've turned people off from your game and you flushed money.
Yep.
At the same time, if it's really good, you can get people. You should get this, dude. This is a lot of fun. This game, and then it'll either deliver or not.
Rephrase on this. I know why WWE Games doesn't release demos. I'm saying it would be a great idea for the wrestling code to give people a little taste of what. Hey, this is a new type of wrestling experience, right? So it's a whole different game. Like it'd give people a taste of, hey, this is what the experience could be like, right? I don't even think that you would find as many bugs in something like the wrestling code built fresh on a fresh engine, everything else not passed down from company to company. You know what I mean? Right. Like you're not gonna run into as many issues. It's just like Fight Forever. Like I couldn't remember like maybe a handful of bugs in Fight Forever. I don't know. Like there wasn't too many. You know what I mean? So there was a whole brand new system. So we know why WWE Games doesn't release a demo, dude. Like this game is built on a very wobbly foundation. So that's just where we're at, dude. And I guess that would be the best way to open this up, man. Like WWE 2K26 comes out, man. Yeah, I'm ecstatic. Like I'm happy. Like I already said at the beginning of this, at the top of the hour, I said, SmackDown vs. Raw 2011, weapon physics. That was where it was at for me. Like every match felt different. And that's why I liked it so much. Not because of like the road to WrestleMania, not because of all the other stuff that it had in it, just because the gameplay itself felt different every single time I played like a hardcore match. It felt great. And that's what this game offers, dude. Cause I got to, test that out at Creator Fest. So me, Brian, we're like, man, I think we finally have it. Like this game is here, dude. It's hitting. Like we didn't see like all the other bugs that people found later on, right? So you can imagine how we felt when all that stuff came out. Like, oh shit, this thing is like broken. You know what I mean? Like, damn it. And we're seeing patches that have never been in a WWE game before, like books of notes. You know what I mean? And we got another one on the way, by the way. Patch 1.08 released today that said again. This is just a quick hot fix before our major patch comes out, patch 1.10. That
might break something else.
That could break something else. And that's a recurring theme with WWE Games is that, I love the fact that they're giving us like all these detailed notes, right? Like I don't want to like shit on that because I feel like that is something that the fans have asked for a long time too. So it's great that they're trying to fix it, right? But yes, it's a reoccurring theme that when we get all this stuff, something else goes out, right? They fixed the deletion utility today. That was a major issue. I felt like that a lot of people were having trouble with, especially creators, right? Like they want to, or people that download creations mainly, like I know people that are already maxed out on their 2000 logos. I'm like, how? Like, how did you download all that shit?
Download Motor City Machine Guns.
Here's the problem. I will tell you guys something in regards to their logo situation that I don't think they explain very well.
Okay.
Technically, you can upload or download 2000 logos. The only way you can download 2000 logos if they're all 128 by 128 is based on their size. If you download a car that has 512 by 512, an arena that has 1028 by 1028, that's taking up more space, so you'll never reach that max limit. That's what it goes based off of. Just like in last games where you had 1,000 logo limit, but then they'll say you maxed out at 800 something. It's based on the size of each logo you download. The only way you'll ever be able to max out is if everything is 128 by 128. They don't tell you that, but that's the case.
Wow. Yeah. No, I didn't know that, but I'm one of those players too that like I download a lot of creations. Don't get me wrong, but I've never reached the max, even when it was 1,000. Like I never reached that max because I'm not downloading that much. Like if I'm gonna get I'm only downloading stuff that is gonna benefit what I'm doing on the game, right? Like I'm not just like I don't know. I'm not just downloading everybody. Like, hey, this year I'm going to run like an AEW roster. Who's got the best AEW people? You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to get the AEW roster going. I'm going to get the arenas. Once I get that, we're cooked. Like, I don't need anything else. You know what I mean? Like, that's where I'm at. Unless somebody, you know, like, I'm a sucker for Sting. So anytime like Rebel Cause like releases his Sting, like I always love that. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to go grab that real quick. You know what I mean? But other than that, dude, like I'm not downloading. It just depends on the theme that I'm running that year. Like if I'm going old school and you know, doing like some golden era, then that's what I'm going to get. You know what I mean? And once I got everything, that's pretty much it. You know what I mean? But I'm old, dude. I'm not like, yo, I'm going to get every fire call that hits the community creations. I just don't do that. That's just not
That's
me.
understandable too. And that's the same way. Like people probably think I don't download other people's calls. I do download other people's calls. I favorite them and I'm like, oh, this is a great version. Like I don't even got to make them cool. Like, you know, like Aja Kong. I forgot who. I think his name starts with V. Vice the Realist. I think he made an incredible, awesome Kong. I was like, oh, downloading this. Yeah, absolutely. I need this. But I do have certain aspects of like certain top tier call creators do certain things that I think are bad when they create wrestlers. Like when they put big logos and make them small, like little, like even like a small tattoo on their arm. It's 256 by 2. I'm getting the technical aspect of it, but it's like, wasted 256 by 256 on a small tattoo on their arm. Like you could have did a 128 by 128, save me space, and I'd have been good. Like there's so many call creators who make that same mistake every year by uploading these high res logos that take up space for the littlest part on their body. It's like, first off, call creators, stop putting nipples on calls. It's weird, Joe. I'm just gonna put it out there. It's weird.
Yo,
it's weird.
My Will Ospreay, and I don't even know who did it, but the Will Ospreay is great. But then you look off to his chest, bro. That boy's nipples stretched out. Like I'm like, wait a minute.
Stop
busting out the Claudios.
Yo, being a call creator is weird as already out the gate because we got reference photos and we do deep dives. It's weird already. Don't be strange with it, okay? Like relax. Just please,
bro.
I'm sorry. Like
the strange doesn't even like. I'm not even going to scratch the surface on this, and I'm probably not even.
Call creators are weird. We're weird, yo. I'm telling you,
there's some weird stuff that goes up on community creations, and I see it on X all the time too. And I'm like, man,
yo, just imagine someone seeing the file folders.
Yeah, it's
what is this?
Crazy, bro, crazy. Like I don't even know what goes into some of these logos. So like you won't like I play like in my free time. I'm playing out in the living room, right? Like my wife is walking by, my kids, all that stuff. I'm not popping up them logos, bro. I'm not going into deletion utility. Yeah, I don't know what's gonna pop up, dog. Like I'm just not doing it. You know what I mean? I've already made that mistake before. I ain't doing it again. You know, so
yeah. James creating signs about Goldberg eating corn.
Yeah, the long way. Yeah, let's get that sign up out of here. Yeah, that's what we're not doing, man. So it's crazy, bro. But yeah, man. You know, speaking about this game, dude. With all the issues going into it, is there anything? And I want to ask you this, Dre, because you know you're a fan of the series, and I've also known that you're vocal on the series, just like you know me, just like other content creators. What about this series? And I'm gonna start out nice. What about this new game? Are you digging for 2K26? What are you enjoying?
I do enjoy the fact that they added AAA to it. That's because I've been actually watching ever since they purchased AAA. I've actually been watching it and like getting into it. So it's like that's cool that they implemented them into it. I wish they added more like as like DLC because they own it. You know what I'm saying? I wish they added more wrestlers from AAA on there. That's cool. Their championships, they can definitely add more. I'm
hoping we get also,
right. This is a double-edged sword too. I kind of like the island only because of the extra call parts. Okay. It sucks that we have to grind to get the VC to get it because I'm not buying VC to buy parts like that.
Right.
Who am I? Come on now, stop playing with me. That's what I do like. Another thing I do like about the game is some of the added roster members. Of course, a lot of them are copy and paste from last year. I kind of feel like they're phoning it in, like an Alundra Blaze, like stop playing with me. You have the older version, that's fine. add a Medusa. Like, stop being lazy.
Yeah. Yeah, these are the personas that we want. That's a great, you know what I mean? So
yeah, like that's something that I mean I'm okay with. What else do I like about the game? Universe mode is cool. I like the new aspect of like making it like a show. The camera cuts, I do enjoy those. That's a good addition. Trying to think what else. That's kind of it, honestly.
Are you a fan of the
got some arenas
or weapon physics at all? Is that like anything that like sparks curiosity? I know when I brought up SmackDown versus Raw 2011, you gave me the side eye earlier.
Like, I did. Here's the thing. I think 12 was better.
Okay.
That's 11. I think 12. The Predator technology, where you could slam them on the stairs and all that, I think that was better. That's just my opinion. But the weapons are pretty good. I like how you could throw them. I like you know what? That's a good point. The weapon physics I mess with, like just like dropping the thumbtacks. I love that. I wish you could bleed on the back. I wish they can add that to it because, yeah, they sell it, but it's like you're not the visual. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they had to save that final feature to steal from AEW Fight Forever for 2K27, brother. Coming soon.
But here's the thing: I don't think they're going to do it. I don't think they're ever going to do it because they're not going to depict women bleeding like that. That's where I think we're gonna hit that wall. They're never gonna. I don't think they're ever gonna do that because that's not something that they're gonna show on TV. Women get busted open in the forehead, nose, mouth, whatever. Cool, but I don't think they'll ever do it like on body parts. I just don't think they'll ever reach it
to men like they've always done before. You know what I mean? Like we've just barely got.
I mean, look how they nerfed the Inferno match. In the last Inferno match we had, they would be on fire. Now there's even no fire on them when you win.
Yeah. Yep. I know that.
Like,
I do like what they did with the Inferno match this year, though, to where you can climb in and out of the ring. That's fun. I do think that's better because when they first announced the Inferno, I was like, oh, who is asking for this crap to come back? Like, never enjoyed the Inferno. I knew the dumpster was going to be like that reskin of the casket. I was like, dude, none of this is fun unless I can like take the dumpster and roll it around like you could with like where you seen like Road Dogg and Billy Gunn rolling Chainsaw Charlie and pushing them off the stage and stuff. We have a shopping cart, dog. Like they have that animation, they have the physics in there. It's like, dude, let me dump them in the dumpster and toss them off the stage or something. You know what I mean? Like that would be fun. That's a fun aspect, but I knew it was just going to be like a quick like, hey, we're gonna reskin the casket, and that's where we're with it. You know what I mean? So
that's what it was.
I did like that they finally added like submission for weapons. You know what I mean? And the crowd barricade brawling. I'm glad that they upgraded that instead of just one person jumping on. But they are adding like really good features. I feel like this is the best gameplay that we've seen in a 2K game probably yet. I want to say that because it has more features than any other game has had. We're still missing simple things like, a ladder finisher through a table, something simple like,
we used to have that.
Yeah. 5-star frog splash through the table, and you could do it any other time, just not when they're laying on the table, which is kind of weird. You know what I mean? But so it does have its issues, but as far as the gameplay goes, I still stand on that hill. Like this is the best version of a wrestling game that we've had probably ever. I don't know. Like I don't
know. Let's not do that now.
Listen, man, we got features that actually represent wrestling. We got the chain wrestling in there. We got the start of match mini games in there. There's so much stuff that is littered within the game that you can have fun with. Like you got the brawl for brawl, or what is it called? Trading blows.
Oh, no, trading blows.
Trading blows. You know what I mean? Now we're starting to get like ragdoll physics. We've never had that in a wrestling game, not for a long time anyway. Like I can't remember ragdoll like being a part of like the WWE games franchise. Maybe in a different wrestling game. But go ahead.
Trading punches was in Just Bring It.
No. I'm talking about the ragdoll.
No, I know, but I'm saying the trading punches was in Just Bring It.
Well, yeah. I mean, well, 2K is famous for bringing back old features and making them new. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying that like a lot of these features weren't in the games before. You know what I mean? But we did get thumbtacks, like you said. We haven't seen that since the Wii version of SmackDown vs. Raw 2009 and Legends of WrestleMania.
Wasn't it?
Yep, in the Wii version.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, nobody played that. Nobody played that. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. Like, we haven't had thumbtacks in the game. So they are doing things to make it to where it's like, hey, we have options now to actually make it feel like a wrestling game. But then there's certain things that are missing from the game that's like, why is this not in there? You know what I mean? Like, you added promos for universe mode. Why were we not cutting promos backstage? Why is Kathy Kelly coming to ringside? You know what I mean? To give us an interview after the match.
I mean, they kind of do it on TV.
Sometimes, but it's not like, I don't know. That's not an all the time thing, but I do like that they added it. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's nice, but there are some questions there that it's like, dude, why are we missing the boat on this? But we've added this in, you know what I mean? Like you said, there's no blood on the body from hitting the thumbtacks, but they're selling. You can see them sell. The thumbtacks are sticking all over everywhere. So it's like, you know what they are. Why are there not reskins of the thumbtacks? Why don't we have like CM Punk's beads from, you know, the bracelet that got ripped off, and you've seen that in the Drew McIntyre? I mean, that's nitpicking at this point, but it's like, dude, why couldn't you add that? You know what I mean? Like,
I would say the biggest thing that I think that they keep dropping the ball on every year is backstage arenas.
Yeah.
I don't care if you give us the same ones. Open it up.
Yeah.
Stop giving me these invisible walls. Like, stop. Like, this is a $160 game. Why do I have invisible walls down a hallway? Like, stop playing with me. Like, come on, man. Just give me, like, you give us the same backstage. I mean, you give us the scrapyard, which is cool. That's, you know, that's cool. But it's like, let's say you're running a call-fed, e-fed show or whatever the case is. You want something like actual backstage, locker rooms, streets, a bar, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, interconnected, like a Shut Your Mouth, or I don't know if Here Comes the Pain did the backstage. Yeah, even Here Comes the Pain did the backstage.
Like the Pain had like everything. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, why aren't we getting that? Give us that. You know what I'm saying? You give us these fantasy backstages, you know what I'm saying, which is cool, but honestly, like, you can give us, like, walk around the arena, go out the arena, go catch a train, go to Times Square.
I mean, at the bare minimum, like hook the NXT parking lot to the backstage that you have now, and then give me that archives as a room for our backstage. Like, yo, like,
there you go. I mean, the archives, I think, is in Connecticut.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, as a bare minimum, bro. Like, I'm one of the guys that enjoyed like I don't know if I'm the minority, but every time I say this, I hear people say, "Nah, I didn't like that." The 2K19's backstage was perfect. Like, it had a real gorilla position. It had a real hallway. It had a real like area where you're giving the promos or cutting the promos. You can go into different locker rooms. You can go into the catering. You can go into the parking lot. Like, it felt like an arena.
I felt like it was small.
It was smaller. Yeah, like, you could have opened it up, but it was still a better structure than what we have now, I feel like, because I don't know. It's the same backstage every year. And like, I still remember like 2K24, like, yo, we got a working elevator. Like, yo, who gives a shit? Like, I don't care about the elevator.
You can't even do nothing in it, really. I mean, like, come on.
Yeah.
You got to do it where like it makes sense. Like, start in the ring, then you're going up to the top of the ramp. From the top of the ramp, you would go backstage. From backstage, now you segment off. You can go into the parking lot. You can go over here. You can go into the performance center and battle if you wanted to. The garage door opens and then you're in the archive center, or you can have it where fighting to the subway station and it takes you all the way to Connecticut. How did we get here? If anyone complains about that, I'm going to call you a nerd. I'm sorry. So then we're in Connecticut. Then you can we're in the archive center. We're fighting at WWE headquarters now.
WWE headquarters.
Nobody.
That wouldn't be bad.
Like,
we never got the Money in the Bank on the roof.
Never.
Poor Rey Mysterio.
Brother, we still haven't gotten War Games without a cage. Dude, and I think that they're adding that in because this year they have added in the arenas where, and I do believe it is on universe mode, that when you go to look through the arenas and you go to add that War Games, it says War Games 1 without cage. Like, that's what it says, like, without cage.
I gotta check that out.
And they've never said that before because I've edited those arenas before for War Games or whatever else, you know what I mean? But when you go to pick that, it says that. And I don't know, I haven't been there and looked at it the past couple of patches, so hopefully that's not removed and then I'm going to be called a liar after this. But go and check it out whenever you get a second. It does say that. I do believe I screenshotted it somewhere and I put it in our Discord. I do believe those guys have seen it, but yeah, I was blown away. I was like, all right, cool. This means that we're probably going to be getting the double ring War Games 2, 2 rings. Or no, it says 1 ring. That's what it says. Sorry. That's what it says. It says War Games 1 ring.
1 ring.
Yeah, to rule them all. Don't get me started. Don't get me started on that shit.
I had to get him back because he said that to me in my podcast.
Yeah. Yo. That's a Clerks reference if you aren't familiar with it, but yeah. Anyway, it says War Games 1 ring. So that tells me that they are working on a double ring War Games without the cage, because they know that fans have been asking for that for a while. You know what I mean? So
I mean, I think the biggest thing that they really need to start investing in is not just, I mean, we get all the WWE pay-per-views every year, but start investing in updating like WCW pay-per-views, ECW pay-per-views. I mean, you own the rights to it. It's nothing for you to add these arenas.
You're fighting a losing battle on this one, brother. Like we've been asking, like, and I say we as in us, everybody, like the community has been asking for this for years. Like, you own the rights to WCW, you own the rights to ECW. Why are we getting the same arenas, bro? Like, it took us this long to get a Thunder arena. Are you kidding?
We got a Starrcade. That's their WrestleMania. Starrcade. Where's the Starrcade arena? I think the last time we got it was in like 13.
Yo, you can set this up like the island should look like the NBA, like the My City. When you're in there, you can run around and do all that stuff. I told Jesse this stuff 1,000 times. 2K, like, this is for free, dog. Like, you can have this. Some of the stuff I'll be like, yeah, I'll pay me, but this is for free. Nitro Grill. Oh no, what can we get in here? People will go in. Oh, look, you can get the 2000 Nitro Arena. That would be pretty cool. You give them one for free, then they can earn the other one. Then you could have wrestlers that you don't use anymore. You can hey, like Alex Wright, you'll get paid by how many people use your wrestler throughout the year. Okay, whatever. I don't care how they want to do it. They're probably cheap with it, or you just give them a fixed rate. But you could have those people in there. Because we've had all the people, we've had Goldberg, we've had Ultimate Warrior. There's no bringing people back that it's like, oh no, this is a surprise. Put some of those other people in that we haven't had. Where's Juventud Guerrera? I know Conan got the number. Hit him up, dog. Tell him.
Why Conan not in the game? Like, come on, man.
Does Kidman still work there? Does Billy Kidman still work backstage? I know someone, but why is Billy Kidman never in the game? Put him in. Don't powerbomb him. Put him in. Like, it's that easy. It's that, like, that stuff is there. ECW. Paul Heyman could be in there. What are you doing in my shop? And he's got the little hat. Put him in the game. For all I care. I don't care, but there is money to be made. Then here's Nike. Go get the new Roman Reigns 12s. Go get the Bloodline Stompers, whatever you want to call them. Like, it doesn't matter. There is infinite stuff to put in instead of wasting people's time with, like, here's the graveyard in the island. No, bro, if you don't put in this AWA arena and give me AWA Kurt Hennig with the titles and stuff, like, let me unlock that stuff. Yeah. It's there for you.
Yeah, they're missing the ball on a couple of things, like a couple of simple features. I mean, especially when it's a Monday Night Wars and you don't have damn near anybody on the WCW side, like, they're dropping the ball.
They locked behind my faction. Kurt Angle 2000 is locked. Booker T 01. The people that are on the cover of this Monday Night War.
Like, I don't play my faction. I don't. I
will never give you a dime for that. And maybe it's just old head talk. I'm never giving you a dime for my faction. I've never played it. Jesse knows. I told Brother B, I was like, I'll try it, bro, but I'm not giving you any money. And then the moment you need this card to play, done. I'll put it down. Nope. Good. I'm good, bro. I already gave you 150, 160 bucks. We're not doing this, bro.
Yeah.
James over here. Yo, James loves my faction, and that is probably the only mode he plays in the game, but he will not spend a dime. Like, this boy will grind it out if he has to. He says zero.
I don't know how they do it. I don't, there's not enough time in a day for me to even grind like that.
Yeah, it's a lot. Well, you can't grind this year. They've completely nerfed everything. And even like content creators like My Faction Reaction, shout out to Nathan. He built his entire channel on My Faction. Like that's his game, you know what I mean? And even this year, like I just watched a video from him today, and he was in this cheap plug, by the way. You're welcome. I watched a video from him today, and he was completely just, like down on the entire mode and said it was, there's no point in it anymore. You know what I mean? And that sucks for people that make, like, my faction guy, Rival. His name's not Rival anymore, but there are content creators out there that their whole thing is my faction. You know what I mean? So it's like, sucks. I mean, obviously it sucks to pigeonhole yourself into one thing. We've kind of done that over here at the Pro Wrestling Shoot, to where we're just like, all right, we need more wrestling games. Dre, hurry the hell up with this damn game, bro. I need to talk about some stuff. You know what I mean? So Wrestling Code will get a lot of traction from us over here, because we would be thrilled to, talk about another wrestling game. But it sucks, like, when you have to pigeonhole yourself to one thing, let alone one mode in that thing. You know what I mean? So my faction alone is what they're built on. You know what I mean? And this game this year is rough, dude. Like, the one thing that everybody actually loved about my faction, which was World Tour last year, right? Everybody was talking about it. Like, hey, we can actually play this. We don't need the requirements. Like, everybody, it's kind of like a come as you are situation. Like, everybody can play this and unlock some personas for free. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it was. It was like the welcoming wagon. Like, if you've never played my faction before, you will have the cards to play this. You know what I mean? Like, come on in. Like, we'll get you free packs. You'll unlock everything you need. This year, they're like, they pulled the old Dave Chappelle, gotcha, bitch. They completely robbed the fans on World Tour, bro. Like, they're requiring Faction Wars cards now. Like, you got to go play Faction Wars if you want to play the next event in this World Tour. Oh, you didn't have the collection reward from one of the packs that we opened. Sorry, you can't advance in this World Tour anymore. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna have to rip some packs in order to continue this progress. Like, they completely screwed themselves, dude. And they took every grind method that there was in the previous year away, to where the people that, even though it was a really boring way to play the game, like, you just keep repeating the same motion over and over again for like hours to build up your my faction points to then rip packs or whatever. It was still an option for people. They took that option away now. Like, now you can't even do that. It's circumventing the system, according to Brian Mazik. You know what I mean? Like, we don't want people circumventing the system.
I don't want to hear about that, man.
Yeah. And then
hold on. That's
and then they took the cool dog. They took the cooldown, and they made it a permanent thing in every mode now in my faction. So the cooldown is there. You know what I mean? So my faction is cooked, bro. It's cooked for players, and they're now to even get like the best persona, because don't get me started. Like, I'm a my faction player, bro. Like, I actually don't mind it, but this year, you know what I mean? Like, this is the third year that they're using recycled content, so it's the same personas that should have been a part of the ringside pass. It's not a part of the ringside pass. Like, this should have been like the free content that you unlock throughout the ringside pass. Instead, they recycled it for a third year. And the ones that are new, Jade Cargill Saturday Night Main Event, Liv Morgan 25, CM Punk, what's it called? AJ Lee's husband. You know what I mean? Like, there are different. Oh, Brock Lesnar, the old the
cowboy one?
No. It was the other Brock Lesnar that we had for DLC like just 2 years ago or 3 years ago or whatever it was from OVW. That's the Brock Lesnar that they locked behind like a ridiculous event that you need requirements for, and they're all collection rewards. So they're forcing you to rip packs to get the top tier card to play any of these events.
And this is why.
Remember when they charged us for the NWO? Remember when they charged us for the NWO? Like, I'm like, bro, 2K14's right here, bro. What are we talking about?
Yo, they're playing with the community. Like, the thing that they're doing is like, they're not respecting the fact that it's like, you're not even paying attention to your past games to see what we already paid for, what was already locked, and you're just making us grind for the same for the same trophies or the same unlocks. Like, what's that? How I just don't understand it. I truly do not understand how 2K could put out a $160 game and give us the same crap to unlock, and not even only that, not even give us the ability to fast track it. Like, okay, you want to unlock this, just go through it this one direct way. Collect these cards, or say like, okay, well, you unlock this card, you got to use it in this match. Okay, cool, I'll do that. But when you say you got to go here, go there, go here, go there, no, I'm out. Bro. Like, I'm a grown man. I'm sorry, I got a full-time job. I can't do that.
Yeah, here's the thing, man. Here's the thing, and what blows me away this is classic to me. So they introduced the showcase this year, right? And this year they're like, for the people that don't want to play it, you can go through this 40 to 50 minute gauntlet. You know what I mean?
That's hard as hell.
Which is locked on hard. Like it's pause. Like,
hey yo,
it's locked to a certain difficulty, and they make you play this to unlock stuff. The fact that you had to put a gauntlet in the match or the gauntlet in the game for people that don't like playing the showcase, which is a majority of the fan base, does not like playing showcase anymore. And they still keep the showcase in. Like, that's crazy to me. It's like, this should tell you, bro, like if you have to put a gauntlet in here and let people bypass the showcase, then the showcase probably shouldn't be a part of the game. Period. That means that people are not having fun playing this mode anymore.
Then what are they going to do with the cover athlete?
Yeah, who cares? Who cares? He gets the cover. That's good enough.
I've got a good idea. Behold the king.
Yo, I'm telling you, next one, I guarantee they're gonna have Hulk Hogan. Guaranteed. 27, they're gonna have Hulk Hogan. They're gonna relive his career and all this. Not, I guarantee.
Leg drop the Iron Sheik for the 30th time.
Man, a lot of people are getting the Wyatt. You know what I mean? The Wyatt showcase, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case now after this last week.
They didn't let everybody go. They ain't trying to hear that.
Yeah.
And
we were talking about, like, you said that the roster was nice this year. You know what I mean? Like when we were talking about the roster earlier, we had people like the Motor City Machine Guns, Alistair Black.
Last game.
A lot of people that came into the game this year, the Wyatt 6. Bro, we still haven't even had an updated version of Uncle Howdy. Like, he never came out with the dreads. Like, he never wrestled with the dreads. Like, they never updated his hair. We still had the same version that's always been in the game. Crazy work, dude. Crazy work.
Yo, so, this is what we get, man. We deserve this. We deserve this.
You into sport or what?
At this point.
Yeah, dude. It is crazy business, bro. And like, and that just leads me into like the ringside pass. Like, we're going to talk about the ringside pass because I know a lot of people don't like the ringside pass. For me personally, the only issue that I ever had with the ringside pass was locking the DLC that you've already paid for. You've already, this is what you paid for. Like, essentially, like, that's what you paid for. You locked it to where it's in tier 20, like all the way up to tier 20. And that was obviously to incentivize people to buy the tier skips, right? It's another form of monetization that they were after. It was never like, they're going to tell you, yeah, I mean, but you know, we just wanted you to play the game. Like what's wrong with playing the game that you paid for? It's like, no, dude, this is to trick people into saying, yo, this is too much. We're going to, you know what I mean? Because you notice that the ringside pass, like the tiers, it went down in points earned after the backlash and after they added all the DLC to tier 1. Now it's only 600, ringside pass points or RXP to go on to the next tier. Like, I flew through 20 tiers, bro. Like on season 2, like, and they added the 50% boost instead of the 10% boost that it had. Like, bro, 20 tiers went by so quick. Like, I didn't have to
watch them nerf it. I'm so worried about season 3.
I don't think they're going to nerf it at all. I think they're going to keep it this way now, but I fear that now it's like, all right, well, now we're not going to give you all the good content that we were going to give you. You know what I mean? Because if it's not, unless they're really trying to incentivize people to buy the tier skips, because that's what it all came down to, bro. It was like, hey, let me get your money on this, and then let me get your money on that. And that's what it was. And that's why there was so much backlash, bro. Like, they're over on WWE games, like and I don't even know like half the people that are giving the reviews, but they're getting eaten alive every post that they post on X. You know what I mean? Like every post, dude, it is, like, hey, we got like this fantastic review here, after it was very much known that this game was getting review bombed. You know what I mean? Like, everybody was eating this alive. So they're only posting the good reviews at this point. And I don't even know why they're posting it or who they're trying to fool when it comes to the community, because the comment section is just saying otherwise. And I don't know if like that's just, I don't know.
Maybe it's engagement. Listen, anytime NBA 2K makes a post, dog, like, and by the way, tell them this: if you play NBA 2K and this game, I don't have time for all this, dog. Like, even if you're just a regular old player, like, I don't have time to do all this. So think about people who play both. But not only that, but you're talking about review bomb. Anytime NBA puts up a post, yo, Ronnie 2K, I feel bad for this brother, bro. He could be like, yo, today's been a great day. It's my birthday. They'll be like, birthday them damn servers, bro. And I'm like, yo, it is this man's birthday. Leave him alone.
But you gotta think though, right? But here's the thing, and I think some of these developers don't like really. I don't think they acknowledge this, that when you have a game where you constantly want people to spend, but then you're not making sure the product that you're giving them is top tier, where there's situations where the servers aren't working, they can't get this working, the game crashes. Yo, whatever you post, you're going to have those people say, yo, I don't care. Fix the game that I paid for. That's simple. I don't care about your birthday. I don't care about you added this new feature. Fix what's here. That's simple. That's all. What they need to do, and I think 2K needs to really focus on doing this, is have a front man who's actually like a Ronnie, who's going to say, here's what we're doing. Here's what we're fixing. We got these notifications. This is what we're doing. So at least then it's not like a nameless company. It's somebody that the community can say, okay, they're hearing us. That's the problem. We don't know if they're hearing us or not. That's the biggest thing.
I feel like Cornell does a good job at letting people know a lot of the stuff, but I also feel like the company itself, and I'm not talking about like, you know, because you mentioned the developers, you know, kind of being out of touch, and I honestly don't think it's the developers that are making the price.
No, it's not their fault. Like, it's the people above them.
That's a 2K thing, 100%. Yeah. So it's not that the developers feel a certain type of way, and I could promise you they don't, because I've spoke to I've spoke to these guys, and I can tell you they feel the opposite. So yeah, I mean, it's a situation where the company is trying to maximize profits as much as they can, and it could even be a WWE thing at this point. Like, you've seen what WWE is doing to their fan base; they obviously don't care. So that's kind of where we're at. The difference between WWE and 2K is 2K will have to pivot because people will just not buy the game, period. WWE, I think, is its own machine at this point, and they're just going to continue to get fans to spend thousands of dollars for live attendance, for merchandise, or whatever the case is, bro. Like that company is just something else at this point. Like, I don't understand throwing away money like that, but it is what it is at this point. But this is a video game we're talking about. They're going to have to pivot, and they did pivot when it came to the ringside pass. But how are we feeling about season 3? Like, what are we expecting for season 3? Because this year, or for season 2, we got Faction Wars tickets. For somebody who doesn't play my faction, Conrad, Dre, how you feeling about, you know, some banners, some my faction packs? How you feeling about my faction points, VC? How you feeling about Faction Wars tickets? Like, where are we at on this, guys?
Let me say the mean thing before it gets to Dre, because I have to say this. I don't give a damn about any banners. There's nothing worse than getting a banner in NBA 2K for like your free reward for the day. Like, oh no, you unlocked like a Utah Jazz banner. I'm like, dude, I don't care. I do not care. All I want is the one reward that I want at the end of the day, like, period. So give me what I want, and that's it. I just unlock the stuff and I keep it moving. I'm like, yeah, whatever. You know, it's one of those things, you just throw it in your backpack and you're like, yep, all right, whatever, dude. I don't care. I'm never going to use this. Never going to use it.
Yeah.
I mean, I gotta second that. Like, it's stuff I will never use. I'm not a my faction player. There's nothing that you can really do to make me play my faction. I mean, I remember last game, I just had enough of the my faction points that I was able to get like what was it? The PlayStation 2 graphics, Asuka, Kurt Angle, and AJ Styles. Like, I got it because they just looked cool. But other than that, I don't care. I don't care about the WWE Elite figures versions. I don't care about those. Like, honestly, you put them in a game mode that you're basically telling me you have to play to unlock these. And in my mind, when you tell me you have to do something, I kind of don't want to. So it's just like, I'm automatically not going to play it. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I thought when you play through the seasons, you're able to unlock everything in the game. I could have swore that's how it was presented at first.
No.
And now it's kind of like you got to go through each game mode to unlock certain things.
My faction content will always be locked to my faction content, and same with the island. Those are its own thing. You have to go. Same with Showcase at this point. You didn't unlock anything from Showcase on the ringside pass. Nothing. Like you still had to either do the gauntlet or the Showcase.
Yeah, it's. I just feel like they're just grinding or pay. Like for Showcase, you got to just grind. There's no choice. Same thing for the island stuff. Like those original characters. Who gives a seriously? Who cares about those original characters from the island? Seriously, you know what I'm saying? Like,
believe it or not, there are people that wanted like the My Rise. Oh yeah, My Rise too is another thing you got to go grind. By the way,
My Rise, I don't care. My Rise because it helps me grind the XP, so I don't mind that. Like that's what I use to do XP. And once I'm done with a season, I wait till the next season and do another playthrough of My Rise. That's how I do it.
Well, and that kind of brings me to what like Conrad was saying earlier. Like that's kind of forcing people to stop playing your ringside pass was designed to keep people playing your game. This is now forcing people to wait. Like, all right, well, like me, I haven't started the island because hey, I've already gotten enough from like doing like the My Faction live events, the weekly towers, and then the My Rise stuff, Showcase. Like I've done that and got through season 1 and 2. You know what I mean? A ringside pass. So it's like, do I want to start season 1 of the island? No, because I'm already done. So it's like, I'm not earning any RXP. So I'm going to hold that off. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to, I will go on the island to like purchase like some hair, you know what I mean? Because I want, I want to download like a call that's on the community creations that requires like a certain hair, like status, like just did the Alexa Bliss that we just recently seen for WrestleMania I was about to say 24. Damn, I'm putting myself back in the past for WrestleMania. So yeah, man, I went and grabbed that. Who else was it? The one dude that made Swerve. I can't even think of his name, dude. But that Swerve was just like off the charts, amazing. And I had to go get like the hair that represented Swerve because that's my boy, man. I'm a Washington boy, so that's my dude. So yeah, that's all I'm really going to the island for, though. You know what I mean? Is just to like go and purchase cosmetics, but I'm not wasting my time playing it. How are we feeling about that?
I feel like it's a waste of game mode, honestly. It just never was something that I guess when they implemented it, I was already at the age where it's like I don't need it. Like for kids who are used to these battle passes, who are used to the NBA 2K. I remember when NBA 2K didn't have a city. Like come on, like I'm that old. You know what I'm saying? So it's like for me, it doesn't matter about the additional game modes that you add when that never interests me to begin with. Like I never was like, oh, you know what's be cool? An open world wrestling game. I never said it in my life. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Just like collecting cards. Like I stopped doing that when I was like 12. Like it just never was anything that interests me at a certain point. So it's like when you put it in a game and then say, or you can just buy them. Who are you trying to play here? Now you know, it's just I just don't like the whole aspect of it. I just feel like it's basically trying to rip me off.
Well, they have the super card game too that they've had before My Faction.
Don't even mess with that.
But that's what I'm saying. They had that, and it's a mobile game. now we put it in our main game. Correct me if I'm wrong. Like before I say this too, I also want to add that I actually love the city in NBA. I don't mind it. Like so when I heard about the island, I was like, oh, cool. If it's anything like that, to where I can spectate friends in matches. And it was more like interactivity with friends is what I was more excited about. You know what I mean? Like, all right, well, that would be cool. You know what I mean? Like spectate some friends, like having a match or whatever. And you just kind of sitting on the sidelines or whatever. Like, I thought that would be cool, but that wasn't what we got with WWE's 2K's The Island. You know what I mean? So it is getting better. You know, they're adding multiple matches, and I expect it to get better over the years. Obviously, it's not going anywhere. It's an asset at this point. They've already invested in it. It's here to stay. But correct me if I'm wrong. I want to say like the three major selling points for any 2K, maybe even 4 at this point. The major selling points for a WWE game is universe mode, creation, my GM, since they've added it because that has an audience, and probably your career mode. That's it. Like career mode for a wrestling game has been a staple in any wrestling game, right? Like everybody loves a career mode. Universe mode is like the ultimate sandbox that everybody wants to get better. I'd say that that's like the number one mode, obviously, like that anybody, I can attest to that. Anytime I post a universe mode video on here, like that's the one that's getting clicks no matter what, every time. And yeah, I mean, that and creation, like that's where it's at. You know what I mean? Like the creation suite that WWE has, even though like it's got its issues, it's second to none. Like nobody has a creation suite like WWE games. Universe mode, nobody has incorporated a sandbox mode in a wrestling game ever. Like not to this extent anyway. You had a continuous like career mode in like SmackDown 2. You know what I mean? But as far as like sandbox, I remember when the concept first came out, and this was SmackDown versus Raw, what, 2010, 2011? The universe was first introduced.
I think, 11.
11. Okay, yeah. So SmackDown versus Raw 2011. This was introduced, and immediately, as soon as everybody's seen this, like, yo, in the future, this is gonna be the mode. Like, if they add to this, I seen that immediately. I was like, yo, there's so much that you can do to this to give somebody an authentic WWE experience as long as they build to it. We never reach that potential, bro. Never. Like, it's more like, I mean, it's great. And if you have imagination, it's fantastic. But not everybody wants to play this thing with imagination. They kind of just want to see stuff unfold. And now it's like more, I'm the booker. You know what I mean? Like, I can't even watch like a cut scene happen unless I book it. You know what I mean?
Damn.
So, and that's kind of what it comes down to. It's not like, hey, let's play this rivalry match, and then like all of a sudden something happens. Like, oh wow, you know, I didn't see that happening, you know. And when they used to have that, when it wasn't tied to rivalry actions, it was repeated. It was like repeated actions that happened over and over and over again. And I understand the whole thing with motion capture. Like you're now in that world, so I get like you have to motion capture all these different moments, and you got to find the time and the people and the resources and all that stuff. But
they have it though. That they have the time. They have the
years, bro. They've had years at this point, so it's like I can't just keep giving them excuses for like, why is this not in here?
They're a multi-billion-dollar company. They have all the resources. There shouldn't be. I should have a new cut scene in every single game all the time. I shouldn't see any reuse. I mean, rarely, but I mean, it's like I should always have new cut scenes. There should always be new stories. There should always be something, man. It's like I just can't give them. I can't give them grace. I can't. Like they've been here too long. This isn't their first go around. You know what I'm saying? Like they've had control of this franchise for 10 plus years.
Well, for VC, it's been 5, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but 2K. I mean, 2K took it over. 15 was legitimately theirs. So it's been 11 years. I mean, VC's always been there, but it's like I just don't like the direction it's going in. I feel like it's just get these coins, spend the coins, buy the coins, unlock this. And what makes it worse, and I'm going to say it, are these YouTubers who will make these videos, oh, let's unlock these cards, and they buy them. And it's like, you're just giving the message that people are going to waste money on this. Like, come on, man. Like, we don't need that. Of course, they're never going to stop making us spend money. I mean, spend VC.
My bad. I was out of control the last 2 years. I'm not going to lie.
No,
this year, they ain't got nothing out of me. So,
but that's the problem. It's like there's one YouTuber, Troy Dan, homeboy, be on there spending stacks on these stupid VC, on NBA 2K, on Madden, on WWE game. Dog, like you're giving the wrong impression. Yo, for real, man. It gives the wrong impression. It makes these not the devs, but you know, it makes 2K think that people are going to sit there and spend this money like we got it. I don't got it like that. I'm not spending $1,000 on VC. Who do I look like? Like I don't live in somebody's basement. I got my own place. I can't do that. I'm not going to do that. That would be irresponsible for me. You know? So it's like,
so here's my take on that, man. Like I agree. It's part of the problem. But at the same time, like who am I to tell a grown man what they should spend their money on? You know what I mean? And that's kind of where I'm at with it. Like, I'm like, if somebody told me, hey, don't buy this, like, first of all, shut your mouth. I worked for this. I can do whatever I want. You know what I mean? But yes, I agree that it's a part of the problem. And I also threw out a solution, man, and I put this on X, and I don't know how serious this is, and I don't even know if like these people that are pulling the packs live on YouTube and all that other stuff that are whales, right? Like we call them whales. If these whales are what's sustaining the VC universe, you know what I mean? No pun intended. If they're the ones that are sustaining this, then go get your money, boo-boo. Like, do what you got to do. But at the same time, like, I feel like if you offered like a Persona card pack of DLC, like 5 Persona cards, all to tires, $5, $10, you know what I mean? For these 5 cards, I guarantee a majority of people would buy that over like, you know, hey, let's take a gamble on pulling the right cards out of my faction, right?
Right.
And I feel like that would give them more money in the long run over what the whales are giving them currently. I could be wrong. Who knows? Maybe these whales are just like, yo, we can't get rid of this. You know what I mean?
But I mean, if you give us a direct line to what we want, that just makes life a little bit better.
It's the carnival game effect. Oh, you were so close at breaking that third balloon. Want to try again?
Yeah,
you can get it this time. You can get it
every time at the carnival, bro. I don't even go to them anymore. Every time, like
I already know it's a gimmick. I'm like, nah, I'm good, bro. Have a good day. I'm going to get my food.
I got this, you know what I mean? Like, wait a minute. I didn't get all 5. Hold on, let me try it again. Every time, bro. Every time. Yeah, but that's exactly what it is, bro. It's
a bad look.
Yeah, for sure, man, for sure. But how are you feeling about? I don't even think we went into like ringside pass. Like, what do you think we should be getting for ringside pass unlockables? Because I know what we don't want, right? We don't want the. Well, I don't know how you feel about like the emojis and stuff for the island. You said you were digging the island, but are you using these? Like, yo, I can't wait.
Like emojis are goofy. They're still in it from
Fortnite.
Like it's goofiness. Like I don't. Okay, so. Ringside Pass. Here's what will make Ringside Pass good. VC, number 1. Number 2, you give us the XP booster. Number 3, you give us personas. Also, of course, keep the DLC. Then you add arenas. Since we're in the Monday Night War edition, you give us Monday Night War arenas. You give us the WCW pay-per-views, ECW pay-per-views. It's not too difficult. Throw something in there. You have them. Also, what I would say is, I would say additional weapons. But then it's like they kind of reach their limit with what kind of weapons would be even acceptable for WWE. Because I know WWE is not going to get that crazy. Because then it's like, first off, here's the thing, right? The light poles, those are garbage. I don't know. It's cool that you have them. I don't know where they've seen hardcore matches where those light tubes break the way they do, but they have no impact. There's no mist, not mist, but no smoke, no nothing.
There is now.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. Yeah, they added that. Like that's one thing that I did notice. But they still break funny, like almost like broken pieces of wood or whatever. But they did add like a little mist effect now. And they didn't have that.
Okay. All right. I would say that. I will also say that. What else? I would say additional moves they did put in there, so that's good. But yeah, personas will probably be the number 1 thing that I would ask for them to add in there. Other than that, they're kind of okay. I just need personas. Because I just don't want to do the collecting cards. My faction is, I can't do it. I can't. So put personas in the ringside pass, please. Please. Please, 2K overlords. Do it for me. I beg of you. I don't know. That's what I need.
So they are breaking. You do get those personas.
Yeah, but they're giving us certain ones. I mean, all of them.
Dog, like, come on. Who doesn't want Borderlands personas in a wrestling game?
I'm so disappointed at them when I seen that. I was like, is this 2K20? Like, what are we doing here? Why are you giving
exactly
us
what it is? Yes.
Like, bruh, give it up. 2K20 didn't work. Why are we still chasing this dream of putting these fantasy characters in a wrestling game? I do not care. You want to know something? Here, great example, right? You induct Jushin Liger into the Hall of Fame. Put him in there. Like, what are we doing here? Put people that you put in the Hall of Fame, please. Why? What are we doing here? Like, bruh, like this don't make no sense. It doesn't make any sense.
Could put an old man Muda persona or something in there too, you know?
God forbid they put something creative and not use the same Muda that they've been doing it for the last 3 years. God forbid. Like, come on, man. Like, this is what I don't understand with 2K. 2K, you have the great Muda. And then not only that, right? They have great Muda, right? But they have the WCW, or no, that's not even WCW version. That's NWA version of a great Muda, which is not the same as mid-90s Muda. They have his actual entrance when he wore like a mask and not the face paint. But then it's like, do you give his entrance Magic Monster? You have to have a manager. Like, bruh, help me. You got his mask already in the game. Just these people, they don't like us. I'm at this point, I'm convinced that they just do not want us.
They just don't like us. Yo, I do think that like some of this has to be corporate talk, right? Like obviously 2K wants to like push Borderlands, right? Like that's their game.
Is there even a game out, Borderlands? Like,
yeah.
Oh, there is? Okay.
Yeah. So that's what they're pushing. But also like what JCS is saying right here too, the Street Fighter theme coming. That could be a WWE crossover that they want to do. I don't know, man. I don't know. But then you also see like people like, you know, PWJ right here. I like the over-the-top type characters in 2K20. There's more people that I've seen on X too that actually they called the 2K20 DLC. Nathan actually from My Faction Reaction thought that the 2K20 DLC was the best DLC that they've ever put in a game. You know what I mean? And so you have those opinions out there. Look, I know we all feel the same way, but you have those opinions out there, bro. So what do you do as a company when you see, I mean, obviously, I do believe that we're the majority of people that don't like this stuff, right? Like they got eaten alive in the comments. But what do you do when you see mixed reactions like that? You know what I mean? Like as a development team or even as a company when it comes to 2K. Like, hey, well, they wanted the 2K20 stuff, you know? Like, I
don't even know how to respond to that. I don't. I feel like you got some people in here who needs interventions. So
shout out to PWJ, man. He's the homie.
No, PWJ, he do drugs. I'm convinced. So I think the problem is that like we kind of run away from the idea that we're already in a fantasy world of professional wrestling and treating it as an actual sport. I think the biggest problem with that is that we think because we feel that way is we can add these goofy characters from other games and this, that. Like, mind you remember WCW had RoboCop? Like, you know how stupid that looked in hindsight?
It was dumb.
RoboCop. And treating it like he was real. Bending rubber bars. Like, come on, man. Like, bruh, this is a wrestling game. And I don't even want to be like those old men, like, shaking their fist at the cloud. But it's like, guys, we need actual wrestlers in this game. That's why we have call mode to create the goofiness. Download somebody's goofiness. We don't need this as actual characters that are wasted in this game, like Rhea Ripley or CM Punk as a cyborg. Who needs that? Who? I don't remember ever anybody saying, you know what would be cool? CM Punk as a robot. You know what would be cool? Like a cyber Nia Jax. That would be cool. No. Now, was it different? Sure. But 2K20 was a dumpster fire. No, come on now. We got to do drug tests for people to watch this. Like this.
Here's Brian Pillman from WWE 13.
Like, bruh, like this is crazy. This is crazy. I'm sorry. I don't know what we're doing.
That's what I'm saying, though, bro. Like it's such a mixed audience for the two weird. Like, bro, Demolition.
Yo, I was so sad, bro, to hear those young cats talk about who is Demolition. I was like, dog, Demolition was one of the best tag teams growing up in the 80s, bro. What are we talking about?
I'm just saying, bro, like this is your wrestling audience nowadays. You know what I mean?
Okay. I'm going to say something bad. I'm going to say something bad.
Say it.
Kelly and Demolition are a waste. I'm sorry. Here's what I'm saying. Here's why I'm saying this. LOD would have been better. They would have matched with the theme of the game. Take out Kelly. She doesn't even need to be in a wrestling game. She never knew how to wrestle like that anyway. We don't need her.
Yo, I've been saying this, dude, and I got cooked. I'm just saying.
Get Sable. Get Jacqueline. Get Luna Vachon. Get somebody. Get Tori, not Tori Wilson. Tori. She used to wear the cat suit. Get her in the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing here? I get it. Here comes this axe. Here comes Smash. Honestly, I was born in the 80s. Like, but I don't care. Me personally, I always thought they were a cheap ripoff of the LOD. That's just me. And they were. Yeah. Come on, let's be real.
This is hot garbage though too, because we had to play with them in WrestleFest, and this was not fair. Do you know how many years we had to wait for Demolition? They were like, "Oh well," and then you get them in 12.
You can create them. Fine.
Yeah, I mean that's what you had to do.
It's
for
not
years.
Like they had some great move set. They just clubbed to the back, face paint. No,
I know. Hey, that's Legends of WrestleMania. That's Legends of WrestleMania in whole. Like
clubs to the Demolition. At least they look great in this year's game. Like they look fantastic in my opinion.
I'll never use them. I'll never use Kelly Kelly.
That's fair. That's fair.
Kelly Kelly is garbage. I don't care what any of you Diva fans think about it.
Take me off screen. Take me off screen.
Yeah. There you go.
I do not care about Kelly Kelly. She's garbage. Garbage. Just
let me get him out of here.
I am a big fan of Kelly Kelly. Do not mess with my social media feed.
Brother, this
if you don't like it,
consider misogynist and everything else because of
I'm sorry.
Kelly Kelly.
Kelly, what name one good Kelly Kelly match? Anybody in the chat, please name one. I'll wait. Please.
Beth Phoenix, Money in the Bank 2011.
Y'all tweaking. There is no good Kelly Kelly match for her. She's not even a legend. What does she need to be in WWE games for? Besides her at the time when she was an active member of the roster. Other than that, she screamed and did a bulldog. Like, let's stop playing with her. Come on.
Hit the K2.
She did what?
Hit that K2.
Yo, JCSJ, he's about to get cooked, and he said, "Yo, Dre about to get cooked."
Come for me. That's pause, but yeah.
Yeah, but see, when he mentioned Sable and Jacqueline too, I'm like, yo, we're going down a bad path though, because I already know people what match they're gonna recreate with Jacqueline, and I already know they're gonna have Sable do the grind, and it's gonna be over. Undertaker gonna have it in 2 weeks.
Yo, and here's the thing too, man. I feel like there's a portion of the audience that buy this game for the entirely wrong reason. You know what I mean? And it ain't about pro wrestling. I'll tell you that. And I'm gonna go.
And it'd be the ones who be wanting those divas. It'd be the ones who be wanting those the diva wrestlers too. Let's put that out there too, because I be on Twitter and I see y'all be the same ones talking about, oh, I like this. They ain't doing nothing. You just want them because you. Never mind. All right, go ahead. I don't want to get you canceled, good brother. I'm gonna relax. I'll say it on my channel.
We're already in this deep, brother. Pause.
I'm gonna chill.
We're here.
I'm gonna chill.
We're here now. Listen, like that was my whole reason for Kelly Kelly too, because I was like, yo, name a good Kelly Kelly match. Honestly, like name a good match. Like we could have gotten Sable, bro. Like Sable, like when's the last time we seen Sable in a game, dog? Like Here Comes the Pain. Was that it? Was that the last one?
Yeah, Here Comes the Pain.
Yeah,
like it has been a minute, dude. No Sable, Jacqueline, Luna, Raw, and I'm talking the Super Nintendo. Was that the last time we seen Luna?
Vachon was in Monday Night Raw. That's it.
Monday Night Raw, bro. Like it's been forever. Like she's never even been a part of these WWE games. You know what I mean? Like there's so many people.
Sense. She wasn't with Freaky Deaky Goldust in Warzone. No,
she wasn't. That's what I'm saying, dude. Like there's so many like amazing women that they have left out of these games. Like, bro, where's Jazz?
Yo, shout out to Jazz.
They missed out on so many with female not okay.
Melina.
Let's even take out the WWF side of the Monday Night Wars. WCW. You could have put I created her, Akira Hakuto. You could have put her in it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing here? There was so many different women that you could have put in this wrestling game that represented the Monday Night Wars, but you decided to put Kelly Kelly. Come on now, like y'all gonna get me canceled out in these streets. I'm so tired. I am. This is crazy.
Listen, man, like and I said that too. Like, and honestly, the original post was like so. The post that I got cooked on was like, I guarantee you, these people are going to use Kelly Kelly one time, and it's going to be a wrap. Like that's what I said, and then everybody's like, "No, she's my universal champion. Like in universe, she's my champion. She's my number one." Blah blah blah. And really, what I was saying about that was kind of about the entire DLC pack as a whole. It wasn't just like aimed at Kelly. I was like, "Yo, this pack is ass." Like let's call it what it is. You know what I mean? Like Demolition, I'm happy for them. I'm glad that they're in, bro. Like I would much rather have Demolition over Kelly. I tell you that much, because I can remember some matches from Demolition at least. But they didn't give us LOD to go with it. You know, we got like what we got Typhoon and Earthquake coming later on in the year. You know what I mean?
I think that's been a big problem for them too, though, is like DLC packs used to kind of make sense. I mean, there was like the new guys, but then there were ones where it was like Monday Night Wars, you're gonna get Gangrel, Viscera,
bro, that's WWE. That's on WWE though. Like, because like they're only putting these people in the game that that WWE approves. So I don't put this on the devs at all, or 2K.
No, I kind of do because the devs pushed to have Ultimate Warrior in the game, and they were able to do that without WWE. So we can't sit there and say that they're not able to do it, because they can if they want to.
Have they done it since they've been 2K though? I know that was THQ technically.
He was 2K. That was 2K.
Yeah, he was 2K.
What year was that? 2K? Is that 14?
14.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was before. That was before. I interviewed
that
Brian about that.
Yeah, so it's 2K14, but THQ made that game. They
started it basically, and they were like, we basically finished that game, and 15's the first real 2K
that's
game.
That's the first.
Yeah. Well, okay, but I will say, like, I feel like they got to be some fight back. They got to be like, yo, people don't want Kelly. Like, we need better options. Like,
why did he look at the screen like that?
Like, what are we doing? Like, when you wasted I paid for Kelly. Like, you made me do that. Like, I didn't even want to.
You made me do that.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, and like, you did that before you knew any of the DLC. I think that's an issue too that we're running into, man. Is like,
don't tell us what the DLC is. Just say, hey, buy. And then now I bought Kelly.
The week of the release.
She has no DLC moves. What does she have? What move does she have that's not in the game already? Stop playing with me. Come on now. Air drag, bulldog, call it a day. You know what I'm saying?
Let me make sure I don't get canceled. That K2 was fire. I'm not gonna lie.
No, like, come on now.
Kelly representative. Let's put him front and center.
Yeah. Yo, I just don't understand too, though. Like, we've been saying it throughout this whole thing. Why don't you put some cool people? Why have we never gotten the Rockers? And have the Rockers ever been in any of these games?
No, didn't we get the
Rockers? No.
I can't think of one Marty Jannetty game, and that's probably his fault. But I'm just saying, like, I can't think of any games where Marty Jannetty's been in.
Killer Bees, dog.
I don't know if anybody gonna want the Killer Bees now. They were wearing some Nike Dunks.
The Brian Blair.
yeah. Come on, brother. Show some respect. Show some respect.
Listen, the more the merrier. I'm not going to complain. If you give me the Killer Bees, I'm like, okay, cool, whatever, that's fine. I just
DLC,
don't.
No, hell no, keep that, bro. I was just kidding.
No. I'm talking about if you're going to. No, you didn't say charge before. I thought you were just going to add them to the game.
No. I'm talking about DLC, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. That you have better options for stuff that you could do. Like, see, people say I need IRS at Repo, man. You could definitely have popped that off with Smash. That's why I want them to have a better relationship. Dre, you about to go download Mr. Hole in One. Don't lie. He about to be Barry Darso.
Repo Man, though.
Yo.
Hoop Bastion Booger. All right, JC.
We're not doing New Generation. New Generation was the worst time in wrestling. Just put it out there. No, Brian, not him. Honestly, Crush, the only Crush I would have accepted was the Biker Crush or Nation of Domination Crush. That was my favorite version. I don't like Kona Crush. I never was a fan of that gimmick. It was stupid.
Wait, Crush was a Nation of Domination? Hold on a minute.
He was him and Savio were the OGs with Farouk.
Okay. Damn.
PG-13.
Back to that. Yeah. That's crazy.
Crush was in the Nation. Yeah. Let's get it.
Kona Crush with that bright ass purple suit. I remember that.
They could have thrown in the Los Barriquas. Like,
what's going on here? Like, Crush, dog? Like, I don't remember that. I must have not been watching.
He had the fake tattoo on his forehead, like he was in prison.
Yeah,
you remember that?
Yeah,
the braids,
biker stuff. Yeah,
had the
he
toy
had braids in the hair with the Nation.
Yeah,
it was weird. It was goofy.
Okay.
It was completely goofy. Like he joined the Nation of Islam and was with the Nation. It was weird.
That's crazy, dog. Hold on a second. I gotta go back and watch this.
Yeah.
Your boy James just said replace Kelly with the Patriot.
Yo, get him out of here. Get him out of here. Hold on.
Yes, Renegade.
Don't encourage him, Dre. Yes. Don't encourage James over here, brother.
No, James is right. The Patriot. All day.
Only if we get Marcus Bagwell with him with the what were they? The Stars and Stripes.
No, sir.
You know what? Put Too Cold Scorpio in the game. That's another person who needs to be in the game.
I'll take that. Come on now.
Flash Funk.
Yo, this is crazy. Dab Harris.
Hey, dude, nobody in here is saying another word about this.
Ban him. Ban
him. He said, I want the dumpster Drosy, bro.
Don't Google his name because you'll be in big trouble. Don't Google nothing about him.
Oh, Lord.
Midnight Express would be cool. The British Bulldogs.
Midnight Express, dude. I've been saying that for a long time now, man. Like,
you put a question mark next to the American males, though.
We are losing it right now.
That's hilarious, man. Hey, man.
Rio.
No, too cool. Hold on.
No, not even too cool. Let's go too much. Yeah,
not Jared's kid. I can hear that from Attitude.
Yo, and then put Jared and King Lawler. What? They give us Kelly, and we could have got Jared and King Lawler. What are we doing here?
Yo, Canyon would be a good one.
Canyon would be great, dude. Yeah, fantastic.
Even if you couldn't get, if you couldn't get his rights
out here, he's the next one band. Come on, Vin.
The Goon.
Come on, Vin.
The Goon, yo. New Generation was a garbage time in WWE. Stop playing. Like
Henry and Phineas Godwin, Southern Justice.
Yo, I know that James is serious about this one too.
What? Hornswoggle?
People
have been asking for Hornswoggle since like 2009, bro.
Well, what can you do? Like he's too short. You can't.
You already know they're about to be online cheesing, bro. Yeah, rolls and stuff.
So Sabu. Fun fact about Sabu. Sabu was originally supposed to be in the DLC, and he got cut. There was a few people that were cut, Melina being one of them, Cyndi Lauper, another one they were supposed to be in the game, and we got Earthquake, Typhoon, and who else was it? Danhausen.
Earthquake.
Why were they cut? Do you know why?
They couldn't get it. Yeah, they couldn't get the rights last minute.
They don't got the bread.
Here's what's funny about how like this works too. From my understanding, these guys are looking for the rights like all the way up to release, bro. They weren't even sure, like, to my knowledge, they were not even sure that the Hardys were going to be in until that video cut. Bam. Like, they did that really short notice. To my knowledge.
I'm not going to lie. I heard the same thing.
They negotiate with them, and they can't get them to accept the terms?
Yep. It's like, dude, that's why the DLC isn't announced until, like, a week before this game comes out, bro. Like, these guys are talking about this stuff all the way up into the release. It's crazy.
And they need to do DLC a year in advance. Then they need to start doing it a year in advance so they can get this figured out.
And it would be better if you planned it.
It works like that though, too, man. Like I think that also lands on like WWE, on who they want in the game, and that also lands on the talent. You know what I mean? Like who can do what? Because like Melina, like I thought that she was a lock, and then she like they have her in the files and everything this year. They like the fur boots. The fur boots were aimed at Melina.
And it's going to depend too. Like if you get Gangrel's cool with the Hardys, and he's cool with Cope and Cage or Cage and Cope, whatever you want to call him.
Yeah,
he could be over there one moment, and then the next minute he could be in TNA with the Hardys. They're like, "Hey, yo, why did we do this?"
I just feel like they dropped the ball on the whole Monday Night Wars. Like that to me, I just feel like you use that as a gimmick to get people. It's definitely false advertisement. At 100%. Like they lied to us. Then they made the NWO, who we've been getting every single game locked. Like we just had them last year. What are you talking about?
Yo, Hogan being at like tier 30 or something was crazy.
Yeah, like bro, like stop. This is why 2K doesn't like us. I'm at this point. I don't know what other reason there has to be. Like. They clearly don't care. Like, I mean, we could have got Hardcore Holly, Crash Holly, Molly Holly. Like, we could have got Al Snow. You know what I'm saying? Where's Big Boss Man? Like, what are we doing here?
Pete Gas.
I don't know about the Mean Street Posse. I mean, I mean, to be honest, I'm from Connecticut. I've never seen a Mean Street Posse before. I don't think the streets of Greenwich are dangerous. I'm just
they were hanging at Shane's house.
That was the whole gimmick, brother.
Yeah, like I used to be like suburbs. Greenwich is like one of the safest places. Like, no wonder they were jobbers. Like they weren't tough. Like like. Oh, I'm gonna bring this up too. Shout outs to 2K doing their thing at the WWE headquarters where I live an hour away from, and it's cool. It's fine. I don't feel no type of way. It's fine. I live in Connecticut, but it's fine. Oh, here's another thing. No, never mind. I'm not gonna do it. I don't want to get you canceled. Let me stop.
Yo.
I'll do it on mine. I'm not worried about getting canceled.
Go ahead and see what you got, man. Like I ain't worried about nothing over here.
I don't want Spicy Dre to come out. I want to leave Spicy Dre alone. It's we being nice. You know what I'm saying?
You were saying earlier off air that we were talking about where you said that 2K don't like you.
Oh, they don't. Okay, so here's the thing. All right, so now I'm gonna get into it because let's do it. Let's start some trouble. So 2K, right? 2K realized and they noticed, like this is a fact, right? So I said this before we started recording that the first time Community Creations came out, I wanted to make sure that I was the #1 call creator on the 360 side. This was before Community Creations was together. So boom, I figured out how to draw with a controller and I started uploading calls. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I had it modded 360 with the Philips Light on Drive, so I was able to get the game like a week early. So I would create a bunch of wrestlers. So when the game come out, I'm uploading everything. Boom. Every single year that they had Community Creations leaderboard, I was #1 in the world on the 360 side. Every single year. Do you know how difficult that was to do? And it kept that game alive on the 360. It wasn't just me. It was everybody else who was creating. But I'm going based off of me because I was the head of the leaderboard. So I did that every single year. WWE Games, the people there know who I am. They knew me before I even got with the wrestling code. And not one time did they invite me to one event ever. I feel like that's a little crazy. For somebody that kept the game going every single year, that's a little bit strange. I feel like somebody has it out for me there. I think it's because I never kissed their ass like that. And I can't. I don't know why. I can't do that. And then it's like I play the game. I think I play the game more than some of the other YouTubers who cover the game. Like they don't really even play the game like that. Like they go to these events and then you check their and you check their YouTube channel. They don't even have any videos on there. It's like, bruh, what are they doing? Like this is why I don't. And this is why this is the last year of me even creating wrestlers. Like, I'm not doing this for 20. I'm not even buying 27. I'm just putting it out there. I'm not buying it. I got more than enough wrestling games. I got a ton of wrestling games I need to beat. I got to beat King of Coliseum. I still got to beat All Japan Women's Wrestling. That game takes forever to beat. I'm just going to play that. Like, I'm so tired of trying to put them on and promote them. Like, they used to promote me. They used to mess with me. I don't know what I did. I don't think...
If you want my opinion, like I don't think that you did anything in particularly. Like what I think happened was they got to a place to where they wanted engagement. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that you don't because you got like 20,000 plus subscribers at this point.
Yeah.
So you got a channel. You rock with it. But there's certain people that still haven't been invited, like Kitty Bomb being one of them. Like Kitty Bomb at like 70,000, a little over 70, almost 80,000 subscribers. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna tell me that's not you know what I mean?
Don't know what I gotta do.
There's other content creators that are getting invited to these things too. That obviously, like you said, they're not playing on a year.
They don't play the game.
You know what I mean? So
they don't do anything.
It's about engagement, man. Like that's what it comes down to, and that's what I try to tell everybody too. Like I remember, like last year, like Status being invited, and I was like, yo, that's a good move. Like they should invite Status. You know what I mean? And he's one of those guys that needs to be there. There's other, like when the Next Makers were originally a thing, like because I was in the Next Makers for like a cup of coffee, right? Like I got invited and then it ended like a couple months later. And I was like, oh, damn. Like me and James were so happy about it too. Like, all right, cool, man. Well, like we're probably going to get invited to one of these events. You know what I mean? Like that'd be cool. And then the Next Makers just like quit. And I was like, oh, well, there goes that, you know what I mean? But then we did get invited, and I was grateful, you know what I mean, for the invite. But shout out to Brian Williams too. I think that had a lot to do with it, you know what I mean? Like that, and they say it didn't. They said that I earned my spot and all this other stuff, you know what I mean? But you know what I mean? Like I'm cool with the developers, you know what I mean? So I'm not gonna,
right?
Huh?
So for me, right? I told you about how me and Brian Williams are cool.
Yeah.
Right. So 2018, they hit me up. 2K hit me up and was like, yo, we want to get you and a bunch of other call creators to let us know what you think we need to add to make call mode better. Right. Yeah. So I got a bunch of my homies up and I was like, yo, here's the link. Send this to 2K. We all gonna get a free copy of the game. Right. They give me a free copy of 2K19. Right. They was like, all you got to do, go on stream, say that we gave it to you. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. Bet. I did that. Right.
Yeah.
Then they just stopped messing with me. Like I don't know what I did.
Well, 2K19 was a different. That was Ukes, right? So 2K19 was Ukes.
I mean, it was Ukes, but it was still like they were just making the game. It was still like.
Keep in mind, I want you to know this. Like people from 2K, like the company 2K that are in and out. Like I've had like 4 different community managers, and not the community manager that you see on Discord. You know what I mean, running his thing. Like, and even that has changed, right? Like they go through people really quick. Like a lot of people will either get fired or they get promoted, or there's a lot of people in and out of that. Like when I first started and I got invited into the Next Maker thing, it was Cornell. Cornell made that happen for us. You know what I mean? And with Cornell running it, he had a vision, and I will give Cornell all the props right here. He was going to get these call creators out to Community Day when it was called Community Day. Now it's Creator Fest. He was going to get these people out there, man. He had Executioner in there. He had Gorilla Nuts in there. He had Sean Smith in there. There were a lot of people involved. Like Diva Daddy was invited. He still was invited. Diva Daddy was there this last year at the event. So there is one call creator that goes, but he had a vision to get more people in there other than just what they got now. And then Cornell was fired from 2K and then hired as a developer over in VC. You know what I mean? So things changed there, and then it got completely corporate, and it was just like that was our contacts, like certain people from corporate, you know what I mean, that were sending us, whatever.
I just feel like that they're going to some of the people that they bring into these events, honestly, don't really need to be there. That's just my opinion, because it's like, as far as content goes, they don't really make any content. Like, and I don't want to say no names, so I don't want to sound like a hater, but it's just like, you know who it is, because it's like, oh, I went to here and I'm playing the game, and then it's like, now you don't play the game anymore. It's like, what? Like, come on, like, this is what we doing? Like you wasting a trip on people who don't really mess with the game, like, just to say that they were there? Like, come on, they not doing nothing. What are they doing? What are they doing?
I'll tell you what they're doing. They're promoting the game for that first week. That first week is all that matters to 2K at the end of the day. Yeah.
They're being weird. They being goofies. I don't get them.
A couple of weeks, like, to get that like engagement pumped and get people ready for 2K. They did invite like some good players out there over on the TikTok side of things. I don't know if you watch any TikTok creators, but
I'm too old for TikTok. I don't know.
Okay, well, there's a TikTok creator over there. His name is Roy. He's a young cat, but he is constantly playing online. That's all he does, and he makes tons of content. He's got new pieces of content every single day, still to this day.
Oh.
So shout out to like players like him. You know what I mean? Like there are people there, like Chaz Plays, huge content creator. Like, dude's on his way to 1 million. You know what I mean? Like, he's great. They gave him like every wrestler to sit down with and make content. Like, none of us got any wrestlers, bro. Like, we got a quick picture and then they're like, we got to move them along. You know what I mean? Like, that's just what it was. And, like, shout out for even that, you know what I mean? Like, that was pretty cool. But yeah, there are players there, like, obviously, like the Vibe guys, you know what I mean? Like, they're playing the games. They're just not making content on the games, I know that for like people like Simply Beta, you know what I mean? Like, Small Afro, like, these guys are still playing, bro. They're just not making content on it because they've now changed their content game up, dude. Like, because they know that 2K making 2K content is not going to sustain a channel. this day and age. It just won't, bro. Like it won't. Like I've been talking to these guys like, yo, I need to, I guess, start watching more wrestling. You know what I mean? Like transfer over and get some wrestling content going. You know what I mean? Because, you know, like if you're trying to grow a channel, especially with the negativity that's surrounding like 2K26, it's just not going to happen, bro. Like you're not going to continue, and maybe you will grow, but you're going to grow small amounts each video post. Like you're wasting hours editing, posting content, all this other stuff to get, you know, just the minimal subscribers when there's this much negativity surrounding the game. You know what I mean? Unless you do it in a fresh way, like, right. And that doesn't like go for everybody, because Chaz Plays, great example. Dude is growing. He's going to hit 1 million, but he makes different type of like content. He makes, you know, gameplay type content. People that like cover the news and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Cover like details on the game, patch notes and DLC, all that kind of stuff. Like what
I never do that. I just don't have it in me.
It's rough. It's lazy. I'm not gonna lie. Like it is rough to make that content, especially when it's like negative, bro. You know what I mean? Like, and if you know me and you watch my videos, you know that I don't sugarcoat that shit. Like I'm gonna talk about like the negativity, and I'm gonna say my opinion on it. Other people may have different opinions on that, because they'll think that, you know, like the online community. I got like a couple people on X that constantly are like, you don't talk about this enough. It's like, first of all, hold on. I'm not going to be fucking gatekeeped. And I'm not going to be gaslit into making a whole ass video about online every single time I do an online video. Same with like, you know, like anything else really, you know what I mean? Like it just comes down to like, I'm going to cover the game as a whole. Like I'm not going to like sit here and waste 8 minutes rambling and cussing developers out for not having the best online. You know what I mean? Like, I know the online sucks. Everybody knows the online sucks, bro. It's been like that since 2K has taken over the game. If we're shooting facts, that's what it is. Like the online has sucked since 2K has taken over the game. But it's certain things like that, bro. Like that, you know, you can only sustain the channel for so long doing that when the game is not good. Like, or when it has issues. I don't want to say that 2K26 is not good, because I still play
it's not a bad game. I just don't. The writing's on the wall that it's a cash grab.
Yeah. So like, and that's what it is, bro. Like it just has too much negativity and so much trust to earn back from the community that at this point it's like it's hard making a video to be positive. And I'm more of a like, if you know me in real life, like I'm a chill dude. You know what I mean? Like I can have like my gripes about pro wrestling, like, and I get irritated with Conrad all the time. Like we not with Conrad, but I'll talk about pro wrestling with Conrad, and I'm like irritated at like pro wrestling. You know what I mean? So I can get irritated, but for the most part, it's, you know, I don't really like to make negative content all the time. Like that starts to burn you out mentally. You know what I mean? Like constantly making negative content. You know what I mean? Like I want to have fun doing this too. So that's what I mean by like these content creators that got invited out to Creator Fest. They've already switched over, bro. Like Deontay, great dude. You know what I mean? Makes awesome content for pro wrestling. You know what I mean? He used to cover the game all the time, but he's seen the writing on the wall a long time ago. So he switched his content over to WWE, but he'll still make the first couple of weeks of 2K content, right? Like that's usually what it is for these creators when it comes down to it. I mean, what's his name? Dank Ops. He's still making 2K content. Like right now, still makes 2K content.
Kinda.
Not as much, but I mean, he's still doing it. He's still covering it.
He's you know, I don't know. I'm not saying anything.
Listen,
I can say so much stuff to get this. I can get this going. Like oh my god,
what you got to do, brother?
Woo! I am such a good person. This is why I'm just.
He said, "I am such a good person."
Like, there's certain things that I can say.
I'm just here so I don't get fined. That's it.
I'm just not trying to get nobody canceled with me. That's all. I didn't come on here to get nobody canceled.
I do think that they should have like a creator summit though every year. Like I think that one of the things that they forgot was like, I think Dre said it best, that the community creations is the backbone. Like you want me to get on this game. When does this game come out? When did it come out? March 7th, beginning of March. You want me to get on this game in September, October? yo, check out this new car I just dropped. I just figured out how to do this, this, and this on it. Yo, that's fire. Let me go check it out. Fire up the game real quick, and you'll play a couple rounds with it. That's what really keeps this thing going. And my fear is that you're going to end up locking so much stuff behind it, and you start burning the creators out. Are they going to want to create still? You know what I mean? And then
creations being busted all the time too. Like that's got to be rough. You know what I mean? So
yeah, even on the PC side, people are charging for stuff now, bro. They're like, yo, you want me to make insert odd wrestler that nobody really wants? Yo, pay up, dog. How much you got?
You know what? Shout outs to them. I'm not even mad at them because if they feel like they can get away with it, God bless. Get your money. If people got money to waste, take it from them. But here's the thing, though. It's like, just make sure it's quality. Like, I see some people who's like sitting there and like they make certain calls and it's like, I don't know if you should be charging people, my guy. Like, maybe you should be giving that for free. I don't know. But you know what? I've been doing this call thing way too long. That's why I'm saying, like, this is my last year. I can't do it no more. Like, I'm just.
Yo, James, chill out, bro.
What happened? Who said what?
You want that JCW pack?
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Sir.
We might put in a request to Marty.
Ban Renegade right now. Ban him.
He's the co-host of the podcast.
He's the co-host.
Ban his ass.
Ban him.
I've already tried when he made a comment earlier, but it didn't work.
Yeah.
But no, I feel like 2K overall, they really should like listen to the community more. Like I want this game. I don't want to have to skip games. Like I honestly feel like I have to skip 27 because it's like you just made me pay 160 for a game that was basically a lie of the gimmick that was promoted. It was Monday Night Wars. I don't have Sting. Sting was a part of Monday Night Wars. Where is he? Where's Ric Flair? You know what I'm saying? Like, but you got Billy Gunn. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't understand like how
Sting and Ric Flair are currently under some sort of AEW deal.
So what? So is Billy Gunn.
Yeah, but
Billy signed before when they let him do that Hall of Fame. He signed a Legends deal too. So him and Jake get to cruise for a little bit, but
it's a different. Well, Jake isn't even in the game this year. I don't think, is he? I don't think
his might have ran out. So.
Yeah, yeah. They actually removed him.
I just feel like they lied to us. Like this is not a Monday Night Wars edition. The WWE 2K14 is a Monday Night Wars edition. This isn't. This is just not. Like you got some people, but you don't got enough to qualify. I'm sorry. Like, and then you got new generation. How you gonna have a Monday Night Wars and you giving us new generation DLC? Like what? Make it make sense. And then you giving us wrestlers from the 2010s.
I wanted to cry. Bro, when we got that WCW DLC and they were like Iron Sheik from WCW, I was like, this definitely looks like WWF Iron Sheik. It's Kurt Hennig, and I'm like, that's Mr. Perfect. He came up with Mr. Perfect's theme, and I was like, yo, man, y'all better not ever do this again, bro.
This is goofy. Like they can't just change the. I don't get it. They do whatever they want. We still buy it, right? I mean, we're crazy.
Well, there's only one game in town most of the time.
It's the only game. Yeah, that's what sucks. Hey, Dre, how about that wrestling code? When's that
I gotta make some phone calls then. I'll start annoying some people in a second. That's what I'm about to say.
Yeah, Spike Chunsoft or whatever. Hit up AEW. Someone, please, for the love of wrestling, please.
Yo, like we gotta. Where's Ultra Pro Wrestling? I'm gonna hit them up too.
I'm waiting, bro. I'm waiting. Like
Ultra Violent Pro Wrestling. Where are these people at? Where are y'all at? Where y'all go?
I'm waiting for anybody at this point to like. I told them all I'd cover their game, bro, because I'm looking forward to. Like,
I interviewed all of them. Where are y'all games? I interviewed all y'all. Where y'all at? Where y'all go? The only person who actually have a wrestling game out is Bastante Lucha Libre.
Yeah,
they had like Neckbreaker too. Like, what was the Neckbreaker stuff?
Where'd he go? He had a whole different game. There was a different game. Then he came out with something else. What's going on? What are we doing? What are we doing? I don't understand it. This is so crazy. I interviewed them years ago. I was probably one of the first people to interview them, and they just disappeared. Like, what are we doing? Where's the hardcore wrestling game? I don't care if it's just one-on-one matches. Put something out, sir. Something. They had other who's doing mods, doing the moveset. What's going on? Come on. Like, I don't. Listen, I'm gonna get somebody canceled. I'm sorry. I don't want to say anything crazy. I feel like it's coming. I feel like it's coming
over here, bro.
I feel like I'm gonna get somebody in trouble. I feel like It's
If
almost to that
anything's
point.
getting us canceled, it's some Kelly comments. I promise you.
Listen, I'm ready to go to war with whoever who says Kelly deserves to be in this game. I will go to war with you, okay?
Yo, shout out to my guy Skunky Pants. We've talked on Blue Sky before. Yo, that's my dog right there. Yo, great arena maker.
Yo, Skunky Pants with a $6.99. I appreciate you, man. It says 10 plus years making ECW arenas. I've given so much constructive feedback and yet never a response or acknowledgement of any kind from 2K. I think you need to have you tagged like Cornell or anybody like.
You probably have to do that.
Yeah, like
I don't tag him. I gave him
like answers anything.
He's a community OG, bro. I've been around so long. I know, dude, my friend used to tell me about Dre. I was on PS3 and I used to know about Dre. I was like, oh, that dude from Xbox. Yeah. Yeah, no, he's nice. I used to be like, Game Vault was our dude. I was like, yes, Game Vault. Thank goodness. Like,
Game Vault's still my dude, man.
Game Vault was just like top tier quality back then. I used to tell you,
he's nice with it. I don't know if it's a guy or not. It could be. I don't know. We're all
whomever. It doesn't matter. All I remember was when you mentioned WWE 12, I had bad flashbacks. I used to have a job where I'd wake up at like 2-3 a.m. for work. Dog, I used to be on there. I'm like, this is the only time I can download calls. Which 3 am I getting today? I'm getting you. I'm getting this. And please do not crash. I would be getting dressed for work. Come back. It's still moving. That bar's still moving. Come on.
Oh my goodness. That's crazy, man. Dap with the $5 says, you know me, I'm all about community creation. Screw the rest of the game. We need an ECW DLC pack. So that's, yeah, I mean, listen, that kind of just ties back into, you know, the wrestling audience nowadays, man. Like they don't really mess with the legends as much. And that's, you know, like, and maybe that was just the Demolition thing, you know what I mean? Like maybe it wasn't all the legends, but I was really heartbroken seeing like the community just like, yo, who's Demolition? Like, damn, dog. Like,
it was at that moment I felt old. I was like, who is Demolition? I'm out.
Yeah.
I mean,
logging out.
Listen, when you reach a certain age, it's kind of like you got to either go with the times or just like, okay, I've always been able to like keep up with the times where it's just like I get like the passive, but like, because my favorite wrestler growing up was Shawn Michaels, Undertaker, 1-2-3 Kid, Bret Hart. You know what I'm saying? Like I enjoyed people who like Jinsei Shinzaki. Like I enjoyed him when he was Hakushi. You know what I'm saying? Like I watched all of them. I watched the new generation, so I grew up on them. Like I know about. Well, Demolition wasn't new generation; they were kind of golden era. But I still say, like in a game like this, they don't need to necessarily be DLC. They don't. Stick with the gimmick of the game. It's you know, Shotgun Saturday Night Arena. Put the subway train station. Put Gold Dust. Oh, you can't put Gold Dust. Put what was Rikishi's name when he had the Sultan? Put the Sultan in the game. You know what I'm saying? Like just something different. That's all I'm saying. Put Daniel B. Severin.
Ming, I need that Tongan death grip. After I saw that on Raw, I was like, "Yeah, bring that."
I was
back.
so surprised when I seen that. That threw me. Oh, I was like,
in high school, I used to catch people with the Tongan death grip all the time. They're like, "Oh, here he goes. He's about to bring it back."
How you're putting the death grip on people at recess, dog? Like, what is going on here?
Oh, bro, this was in the lunch line. Let me get that spot real quick.
That's hilarious.
Just catch him.
That was the best.
Listen, man, we're gonna wrap this up, man. Hey, Dre, I appreciate you so much for coming on the show, dude. This was long overdue, man. You're welcome back anytime, man. Like we got to rock something in the future, man. I can't wait for anything coming out for the Wrestling Code, man. Keep me in touch on all that. Can't wait to cover some more wrestling games. Conrad, thank you for the hot tag, brother. I appreciate you always, man. You're always down to cover one of us when one of us goes out sick or something, dude. So, hey, man, thank you guys so much. I'm Jesse. We'll see you next week right here on the Pro Wrestling Shoot. Peace.